helplessly.
Vesper, you already went across the bridge with this thing once, yes? Didn't even realize.
That's true, but he's a monster.
You know, there's more than just looks when it comes to monsters.
He's ice cold to the touch. He doesn't have a pulse.
Has he attacked you in any way whatsoever?
Not yet.
You think he will?
Perhaps he's a vile undead. Who knows what he'll do?
It doesn't seem very violent.
Well, we do need a ferryman, but I mean, we could just steal his boat and row ourselves.
If I may, my lord, Styx has been a ferryman in these parts for quite some time. If he were to be acting up, I'm sure people would have heard about it.
Okay, but I got my eye on you, Mr. Ferryman. Here, accept this rock as payment and ferry me across.
Just looks at you again. And kind of gives Arlen a little nod. While he was talking, and you guys make it across.
Okay.
Traveling forward this time, I'll have y'all roll me some d6s.
First roll of the session. Hey, it's gonna be a good session.
Alright. Traveling through, you can see a bit more of what looks like to be a bunch of rattling skeletons on the ground, as well as excuse me.
Only 10 adult dragons.
Adult dragons to battle!
Yeah, you see a bit of so you were traveling towards the east, but because of the corpses and there's a bit of burning buildings, you have to travel a slightly different way, and you end up at the nearest gate. So about there.
Huh?
Close.
And let's see, that's gate number 4. So that is Temple Gate. I'm drawing a blank at the moment of what occupies Temple Gate.
On the show is a bunch of gnolls.
Yeah, because I think the Rangers do occupy one of them.
In the
There
show,
must
the
be
Rangers
Shepherds.
occupy Shepherd's Gate.
Yeah, because that's
number
closer. Because number 9 is their.
Five. Remember the battle for Temple Gate?
Yeah.
If you're doing it different, or what's in the book.
I just got to get my token ready. And then meanwhile, RP or else.
We seem to have gotten turned around, but we'll find our way. How do you guys feel about killing these trolls?
I've never encountered a troll before, sir. Have you?
No, but I know about them being an expert monster slayer. I'm going to be using a torch and a shield.
Did they ever talk about how many trolls there were? we can be vastly outnumbered in this, or did the rumors just say that there was a or some trolls?
I'm not sure.
Right. Well, just a thought, Vesper. Perhaps before we go running in, we do a head count of how many there are.
Sure, an accurate general takes a scouting measure and decides tactically before he goes in. That's the best way to slay monsters.
Of course. Brilliant thinking.
God, I seem to have stepped in some kind of rattling poop.
I'll take care of that, sir. Prestidigitation.
Thank you, Squire.
So, Bernard, if we do make it out of here alive, we'll be traveling the Caspia, if you want to keep your position. Ever been before? Have any thoughts of leaving?
I've never left the city before, sir, but if his lordship would keep me on, I would be most indeed interested. Although, I'm curious about yourself. Would you be wanting to leave Drakenheim?
Taken a liking to this place, to be honest, but, I have priorities. Fortunately, have to do and go wherever the Amethyst Academy decides to place me.
Yeah, speaking of Amethyst Academy, it's about time we've talked to them at some point.
For all we know, it's just an apprentice or something like that that's doing their studies.
Maybe they have a better deal on delirium.
What, some
Maybe
random
they sell some
apprentice?
delirium.
I don't think you'd catch the Amethyst Academy selling delirium. I feel like that's something the Sacred Flame would probably scold them for, to be honest.
Maybe they have delirium-infused artifacts.
Perhaps. The Amethyst Academy doesn't have any large presence here. It just sounds like there's just a single person. I doubt they have
Regardless,
any.
I do want to talk to them next time we're in town.
Fine. Talk to whoever it is staying wherever they are.
And I'd like you there with me, Arlen, and introduce yourself with your ring.
My lowly rank of. Why is that important?
Well, we have an inn.
An inn with. Fine. I look very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm not just a random lord. I have an Amethyst Academy court wizard with me.
You do. It's just. Sure, why not? It's just one person staying here. Doubt we probably know each other, but maybe
Maybe
we can
you went to
connect and
school
see
with
what
them.
happens. I doubt it. There's thousands of mages out. They went to the academy and oh, where was it?
Once we get the gold fashion, I'd like a magic item crafted for me. Something that's able to detect if something is a monster or not.
Something that's
I look at Bernard.
I'm sorry, my lord.
A magic item, just something to detect if something is a monster or not. Don't you say, Bernard?
Oh, yeah, very good, sir. Very good indeed.
You know, Bernard, that is one thing to consider. It's a little more common out here, but in Caspia, your condition is not as frequent.
I take your meaning, sir. I hold my hand up like you don't need to continue. If that would be an issue, I would not wish to cause Lord Fritz any social roadblocks, as it were.
Nonsense. I've already decided you are not a monster. There will be no social roadblocks. You are free to transform in all my dinner parties.
By all
Mr.
means, sir.
I've grown quite fond of that leg thing you do.
That
Thank you,
sounds
my
out of
lord.
context. That will not be awkward at dinner parties at all.
Nonsense. When people are eating, they can be entertained with the grotesque sounds of his legs popping.
Yikes.
So, know how you just said the grotesque sound?
Yes.
I know you've been to dinner parties, Vesper. What was the last time we had anything grotesque happen at dinner? Wouldn't remember what their reactions were.
Well, we always talk about our latest monster kills at dinner parties.
Yes, but your father tends not to go into the bloody details of it. You like to go into very detailed explanations of it.
Yeah, same with my uncle, Uncle Bobby.
Yes, and notice how your uncle was never allowed back at the table for the last 3 months after his last description.
Yeah, so it was a great description of how he turned a troll inside out with just his sword.
Mm-hmm.
He turned him into red mist. I want to be able to do that to a troll.
Is that what we're aiming for in this adventure in particular?
Perhaps.
Just don't make sure it doesn't take priority over actually killing it. Style points do
Okay.
not matter as much when you're fighting for your life, try and remember.
So what's going on, DM?
I'm finding a map because I was not prepared for you guys to be at this, but I think I just found it.
Oh, okay.
I'll just let
By the
you
way, we
know.
want to just beeline it straight to the castle. You have all that ready?
Sadly, the maps they included doesn't seem like a lot. I swear, I thought there was a Drakenheim official city wall map, but
There
I'm
is
so
a
blind, I'm not seeing
gate.
it.
I think I've got the same pack as you for some of them.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah, there's
like
a
the
maps and
PDFs.
Yeah. like, I
PDF
got
map pack or whatever.
City Street, Sewer, Cathedral, like a couple clock tower.
They
Temple
should.
Dining Hall.
Hold
I like their maps.
Their maps are pretty cool.
I didn't have time this week to make any. I've been trying to
No.
make a
Okay.
backlog.
Almost
Well, we
positive.
can always
they
do
had
Theater of
it.
the Mind too, if it ever comes down to it.
Yeah, Drakenheim Wall. It's in the first map pack. It's got a couple of them for different layers of the towers and such.
Oh, I think mine might
Down
be
more towards the bottom, I think. At least for how mines are organized.
It's okay. I like the one I found because it's talking. I was just talking about flames, so I found a burning one. But off in the distance, you do begin to hear the sounds. You've heard sounds of battle before. So Bernard, this might be familiar to you. You know that there are gnolls about at this gate.
I'm hesitant to tell Fritz that.
That is a good way to describe, yes.
I've never been into the inner city, so I imagine I've avoided most of these gates as best as I can. But yeah, I'll let everyone know that it has just occurred to me that one of the gates near the sprawl is I've heard houses gnolls, and I think that it might be this one.
Knowles, well, that would be
I
a great
understand.
adventure to undertake another day, but right now we're trying to slay trolls.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Thank God.
Do we see the gate, or because we're kind of close to it?
Yeah, because of the fires and because of you're starting to hear some yips and howls around, and you can tell that there's a large pack about that's been enraged because of the recent burning that came through.
Well, everybody be quiet. We seem to be surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, so go ahead and let's say you're moving at normal pace. So no stealth, but you can do perception at advantage.
Okay.
Perception at advantage. Oh boy.
Need it.
Ooh, feeling good. Gonna be a good day for Arlen. I can just feel it.
I beg your pardon, Zyler. It's at advantage, you said?
Yes.
21.
Nice. Alright, yeah, so you definitely keened into the movements of this pack. And I think because you're listening to that, you kind of don't notice the smell of cooking rattlings, and in the distance here, you see there's about 3 gnolls sitting with spears with rattlings on the ends of them. But they haven't noticed you. You've noticed them first.
Well, at least we both have a distaste for rattlings.
Yeah, getting a little turned around. This is now when you appear by the gate here on the left side. What would you like to do?
Where are we at?
Side over here. Bernard, this way!
Wait. Aren't we on the...
Left side!
Oh, I see. Where's the gate itself?
Right here in the middle.
Gotcha.
We might be able to go through the buildings if we don't want to pick a fight.
To battle, monsters! And I...
Okay, so you scream that. Now they've gotten your attention. Unless I think they might have anticipated that. If I can give you guys a contested dex roll against each other if you're gonna try to close his mouth, but unless you let him say that.
You know what? Part of me is just like, fuck it, let him die.
I
But
I
part of
will
me
be
is also
honest.
like, I want to kill him myself. It's an interesting feeling that I'm having here.
I think after his declaration that we should leave the fight for another day, Bernard would have been caught unaware. He would have thought, "Oh, look, we're actually going to not fight." Too bad. Oh, never mind. Is this it? Is this finally the day?
Come on, allies. There's only 3 of them. We can take them.
One of Bernard's eyes like bulges out of his head momentarily.
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. Yeah, you can see they are still kind of caught off guard, and they have to put down the rattling skewers that they're eating and kind of rush and pick up their weapons as you begin to charge towards them. And Fritz, you're the first to act. What would you like to do?
I see 2 of the gnolls on initiative.
Yeah.
There's 3 gnolls.
Well, I've been typically just doing them as turns.
Oh, you're just gonna do them as a group, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just gonna
Let's
act on
see.
6. I'm not gonna go through and delete that.
I'll move here. I'll throw a javelin at this one.
All right.
Kaboom.
Oh,
11 missing,
is
no.
sadly a miss. Yeah, it dodges.
Pull out my longsword, and I'll bonus action give a command to Arlen. I'll do move it. You can use your action move up to their speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Do you want to move somewhere?
That's a good question. These buildings on fire like depicted?
Like what?
Are these buildings kind of burning that we're seeing here, or is that
It's
more of just the map?
junk and refuse that
Okay.
they build up. Most of these buildings, kind of closer to the wall, are stone.
Gotcha. And then Arlen's gonna take that order to kind of brace himself behind this wall for a second as he pulls out his spell book.
All right.
Okay, that'll be turn.
Bernard, what would you like to do?
I beg your pardon. I didn't want to interrupt you while you were searching and stuff, but I switched out one of my invocations for Fiendish Vigor. Could I have procced that prior to jumping into combat?
Sure.
I've got 7 temp HP. That's gonna come in handy. All right. I guess I will bonus action shift and run up 30 feet. And I've got my claws out. So shifting, and that is my bonus action. I think I will go ahead and cast a spell.
Ooh, spells.
Range 60 feet. Well, that'll do. Do-do-do. I presume that is a miss, but I launch part of my wrist opens up and a little bone spike goes and shoots towards one of the gnolls.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
Lodges it into one of its shields, narrowly missing its flesh. Anything else with your turn?
That's all for me.
All right. Arlen, what would you like to do?
Arlen's taking out his spell book, places his hand over it. It almost looks like he magically pulls a whole bunch of acid straight from the pages as he hurls it at, I'm going to say this one here, and I'm going to cast a first level Acrid Orb at it.
Ooh.
So,
13 is sadly a miss.
damn. Whether attack hits or misses the target, and each creature within 5 feet must succeed a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Or take 2d6 acid damage, though.
Very nice.
So that would be a DC of 13.
Beats it. So go ahead and roll your 2d6.
They both made it. They don't take half damage if they pass. Hello?
Oh, they don't.
There'll
take
be
half
all 3 of
damage
them,
if they
right?
pass?
All 3 of them are within 5 feet.
Did any fail?
Oh, I thought it was the beat it. So since it was 13, and they rolled a 13. Oh, so then they succeed. Yeah, so they bounce.
Damn, okay.
Oh, you roll them once for all of them?
In that case, it just kind of goes flying off. Shit. And that is my turn.
All right. On to them. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll roll 2 more times for him. Let's see if he gets some damage. Because they are all clumped together. Yeah. So crit fail and another fail.
Oh, so 2
rolling some
fails.
damage.
All right. So the first hit's technically what hits him, and I have it. Or the second one is so it's 5 damage.
Okay, so 5 damage to each of them.
Yep.
Awesome. They don't look quite bloodied, but it looks like a nice solid hit.
And that is the end of Arlen's turn.
All right. Let's see. The move speed. Okay. Yeah, so these ones will rush up here. This one will rush around there. So 2 of them will try to bite at you, Fritz. For an 18 and another 18.
My AC is 18, both hit.
All right. For 4 and 6.
Okay. So 10.
Yep. And then a bite to Bernard for 9.
These miss.
All right. Back to Fritz. What would you like to do?
Bonus action, I will command Bernard to make an attack.
Gladly, sir.
For glory, use your action to make a melee or ranged weapon attack.
I will slash the gnoll adjacent to me. Does 8 hit? No, probably not.
Sadly not.
Okay, and then I'll use my action to attack.
17 hits. For 11, which one are you hitting?
The damaged one.
Let's see. So the 2 bottom 2 were damaged. So that one is now bloodied. Not looking too good.
Okay, and
for a big hit.
I'll action surge his attack again.
All right.
Oh shit, he's a warrior.
14.
It's sadly a miss. Bounces off its shield after taking the big hit.
Okay, that'll be turn.
All right. Bernard, what would you like to do?
I'll dodge in. That swipe at the first one was just to deter its attack, and I'll go after one. It's just slashed.
All right.
Does 18 hit?
Yes.
Minimum damage. 4
Alright.
damage.
How does it fall? Will you defend your lord?
It's already got the sword embedded in its shoulder, and then when Fritz wrenches it out to batter its shield, when it raises the shield up, I dart in under its arm and just throw it onto the road over here.
Awesome. All right. Anything else with your turn?
Nope, that'll be all.
All right. Arlen, you're up.
Okay. Seeing that failed, Arlen's going to step out from behind cover here, and he's just going to cast a firebolt onto this one. Not wanting to steal Vesper's kill. 23. There we go. 5 fire damage.
All right. So that one had also taken a bit of that splash. The acid is now lit on fire, and that one is also bloodied.
Go. That one apparently hits. End of my turn.
All right. Back to the Knolls. First bite on Bernard. And then on Fritz. Rolling hot
Both hit.
today. So 6 to Bernard and 4 to Fritz. As their fangs continue to lash back out to you with ferocity. Seeing their fallen comrade. Back to Fritz. What would you like to do?
Okay. Bonus action, command Bernard again.
Another for glory.
Yeah.
All right, I'll attack the one south of me. Come on.
I'll step into his square, the bodies, and I'll attack the bloodied one.
Damn it, Squire.
I'm face tanking it. His sword's like stuck in my chest. I'm just like,
15?
get him, sir.
15 hits, but it's still barely standing.
Great, intern.
On to Bernard.
All right, let's finish it off. 20 for 6.
How's it fall?
Yeah, with its like weapon still embedded in like a loose chunk of my flesh that I'm starting to peel off of my body, and Fritz's sword coming down on its head, I'll come in from underneath and like slash its jaw open from the bottom,
Brutal.
and then if it's dead, I'll pop over here and growl at the knoll.
Awesome.
That's very un-Bernard-like. Of course, sir.
Look at you. All right. Seeing this happen, Arlen, what do you do?
A little wary on that. I'm gonna keep that little piece of information in my back pocket, but I will fire a firebolt at this one over
19 hits.
19 for another 5.
All right, this one now taking its damage. No, it's not quite bloodied. All right, but it is on fire. And it's going to try to run away. 3 feet.
Op attack.
Send it.
1.
Going a little too
I miss.
wide. It ducks.
24 for 6.
Ducks and takes a hit. Is now bloodied as it tries to run away. Gives a little whimper. And dashes 30 feet and then another 30 feet into a little passageway here in the gates.
So there. Hello?
Hello?
Let me go
Was that me that
full
left?
60 feet.
Oh,
There
there
we
you
go.
go.
To there. Yeah, so it's making a big break for it. And we're back to Fritz.
Okay, I'll move 30 feet here, and I'll action throw hand axe. Let me see the range on that. 20, so it'd be a disadvantage.
It's a
22
crit.
for 5.
How does it fall?
Nice.
Oh, it's only 5
Already
damage.
dead.
It's disadvantage from the range.
Oh, okay. It's still.
So
I'll say it's enough.
okay, then sticks in it, and just hits the back of the head. Accurate shot. Good job, Ben. Let's collect their ears and be on our way.
Bernard like goes from his very feral posture to once again standing with immaculately straight back. Very good shot, sir.
Get my hand axe and javelin and collect their ears and give it to Bernard. So you have 3 pairs of knoll ears.
Radio.
Please add that to your sheet.
Knoll ear pairs.
Well, that could us. Looking up at the gate, I don't see any more gnolls or anything like that hiding up in, up there or anything, do I?
No, as you were traveling through, it sounds like the pack is out and about, and these couple were left behind.
Well, we shouldn't linger here. If they have friends, they might be coming along at any moment.
Agreed. This is not a safe place to rest. Let's continue on to Ackerman Mill.
And next time, if you could give us a little bit of a warning. I thought you said we should pass them up. Next thing I know, you're balls deep in knolls.
Well, I spotted an opportunity to slay some monsters. There was only 3 stragglers. It was a perfect opportunity to go in and announce myself.
A little bit of a heads up next time would be much appreciated.
I can do that.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Since I have the Fiendish Vigor invocation and I can cast False Life as much as I want, can I just maximize the HP, the temp HP between encounters, or would you like me to just roll once and see what I get?
Should be all max it.
Yeah, you're casting as much as you want, so it can be fresh for each encounter.
Cool. Yeah, I'll probably spend the next minute or so like reshaping my flesh again to give myself a bit of bulk around like my shoulders and my forearms and on my forehead and weird places like that.
Yeah, it's just like real quick, just refill in those snow bites.
Exactly.
While he's doing this, I'm staring with somewhat curiosity, and I'd like to see, like, do I sense any, like, hint of delirium off of him with my studies, or even with, like, the, like, followers of Falling Fire that we saw, we could see that they had delirium in their chest. Do I get any sense of that with him?
If I could take a DM, I'll give him
Yeah,
something.
go ahead. Who's your character?
Apart from whatever leftover sickness there was from last night and whatever dust I've gathered from the outing today, no.
Nope.
I keep to myself for now, but that's very interesting.
Vesper, hearing the gnolls in the distance, says, "Let's pick up the pace, men, before we get overrun by this pack, and I want to travel at a fast pace."
Right behind you, sir.
Arlen looks a little out of breath, but he stumbles along with.
All right, let me.
All right, how many squares can we move at a fast pace?
Let me check. Fast, you take the most direct route, typically moving on the major streets. You cannot use stealth. Perception checks at disadvantage. Alright. So you're moving. Oh, this is when you move the solid mile. But I don't want to wreck on. So now you can move 5 squares.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
New token. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Let's see. If you guys are traveling along the route ones, I think you probably should have been here. Unless the fast route.
Okay.
Because you don't want to run along the wall. Or you would be running along the wall. Like, yeah, so if you're traveling fast, you can't cut through the buildings. So you
Okay.
so you could either go around or run along the wall. So it's your guys' choice.
Be here then. We'll run along the wall.
All right. Yeah, so you'd be there, yeah. And I do want to find a group emblem for you guys sometime. I'll look for like a cool compass, or if any of you guys want to make submissions for what you think it should be. But you
Look
guys
around.
do find you guys self in a familiar area, similar
commission a picture of us just holding Vesper back.
Yeah,
No, for the love of God, no!
you find yourself in the familiars close to the rat nest. I'll have each of you roll me 2d6 because we were traveling fast.
Being a little wonky here.
I was like, looking good so far.
Eeh.
Yeah, say, Bernard, you've seen this kind of hectic, almost like territorial battles in the outskirts before, and you're able to navigate in between hot spots of activity. And we don't get any random encounters.
Cool.
Heading from here, what would you like to do?
Just so we don't hear any more gnolls.
You do hear gnolls, but you guys are able to avoid them.
Do we hear gnolls from where we're currently at?
No, here it's more silent.
Okay.
It's on the-
Then we'll probably travel normal pace if everybody agrees. Normal pace. And how many squares can we go normal pace?
It would be 2.5. So we'll just call it 2
Okay.
now since you were moving fast last time.
Okay. Probably go here. Get this road up and then follow this road out.
Alright, so heading normal, have you guys roll me d6s again?
Single.
Yes, single.
6, 2,
And nope, that one. This one.
3.
Yeah, Vester, because of your knowledge of monsters, you can kind of hear that you had just avoided the gnolls kind of traveling out in this area by heading along the road, and now they're starting to travel back in towards the gate as you're heading away from them. Alright, from there, you guys still moving at a normal pace?
Yep.
Alright, you can move 3 squares this time. And single d6s once again.
6.
Come on, 6.
4.
Another 3. Was that the exact same rolls?
Hey, doing well. Starting, even though this is a new part of the city, you're starting to get familiar to how it kind of works as an ecosystem. All right, and from there,
2 squares or 3 squares?
I'll let you move 3 again.
Step away for 1 sec.
All right.
Yes, I believe the mill should be just up this road, sir.
Excellent. Most excellent. Once we get out of the city and towards the mill, we should take a short rest before we fight the trolls.
I'll be on the lookout for a good spot we can sit down. What time of day is it? Yeah.
So you headed out at 8. I think you had at 3, so noon. It's
All right, sorry about that.
4 o'clock now.
Welcome back. 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yes, but it's spring going into summer, so it's not getting late dark yet.
Gotcha. If we take a short rest, since I'm actually not down any hit points or anything, and I guess I did use my shape-shifting though. Could I where is it? I have a feature that lets me cook, and I don't remember what it does. Makeshift meals.
Awesome.
When you take a short rest, you can prepare a meal for a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus. That would be, I guess, the two of them. Regain hit points equal to your level. Once they do, they can't. I guess we're not really down hit points. Maybe I'll wait on that.
Okay.
Well, I'm down, but I have second wind still.
Gotcha.
You're not down any hit points?
No, it was all temp HP I got chunked.
Okay.
I am the tank.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I had to heal for you if you were, but yeah, it's all temp.
All right. Well, with that journey, and now that Arlen's back, have you guys roll me d6s once more before you're out of the city?
Shit.
Oof. So I'll let that 6 and the 1 balance each other out. You can still kind of hear rattlings and knolls. There might have been more scouts that split off, but they are currently occupied. But still one encounter. 71. Ooh.
Don't make that noise. That's not a good sounding noise.
One of the best parts of horror is the dread. But we've had this one before. Yeah, just leaving the city, you see a pack of... What was it? 1d4. That's right, I rolled the max. You see 3 of those black puddings again, those black oozes, starting to seep their way out of Drakenheim. And you
We
recognize
do what?
from... You see 3 of those. You recognize them immediately. It's not the same beings, but the same kind of beings. The black oozes.
Oh. Okay.
Kinda
Too bad.
dripping
Just
out.
kidding.
More of the same, it looks like. Interesting.
Yeah,
Best
you're-
avoid it if we can.
Yeah, you're far enough away to not instantly run into them because you're moving at a normal pace. But you can see that they are seeping out in your direction and leaving the city.
So 2 squares or 3 squares?
3
The
squares.
oozes are leaving the city.
Yeah, these ones seem to be getting drawn out from the fires.
Hmm.
Do 3 squares there, and I think we can take a short rest now. We're kind of out of the city already.
Yep, yeah. You guys can take a short rest there.
Does it go off?
Yes.
Action surge back. I'll spend my second wind during the short rest. And get it back. 6 hit points. Okay. Are you cooking?
Well, I don't. It says I can purify things that we've found, so I don't know that we've actually spent any time looking for ingredients that I could cook.
We have rations. You can cook the rations, I guess.
I suppose that's true. I guess DM, does it have to be food that like contains contaminants in order to have that benefit, or could any food be cooked
can-
into such a wholesome meal?
Yeah, you're just making the rations taste a lot better,
Gotcha.
or however you would like to flavor it.
I think So it says I'm able to use that, as often as we take a short rest. I don't know that we'd get any benefit from it necessarily in this case because we haven't found any food. So we're still using rations anyway. But for the record, whenever we take a short rest and we have time to like actually, cook a meal, Bernard will set that up and cook for everyone.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna -1 ration for myself. And do I get like hit points or something?
You get healed. So if you're not at full health, you get what was it? Up to my level, so 3 hit points back.
Okay.
I imagine that'll come in handy if we're like stranded in the heart of the city somewhere, no food, and down on hit points. But till then,
Knowing our rolling, that's very possible.
Vesper gives a speech. No, man. In battle, against the troll, you want to use fire, and you don't let it regenerate. Hit it and then burn it. I'll have the fire, so we'll focus one troll at a time. And you get from my speech, where is it? Noble confidence. You get a D4. You can use on attack roll, ability check, or savings throw. 1D4.
is it like a bardic inspiration kind of thing?
Yeah, on a attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, 1D4 in the
To
next
know.
8 hours.
Okay. Well, he knows more about trolls than I do, so I will take this advice.
Continue on to Eckerman Mill, I guess.
Sorry, one more time.
Continue on to Eckerman Mill, I guess.
Yes.
Trolls await.
And we'll be stealthy when we approach it, so we can scout it out.
It's a good call.
This one did not auto size. One moment. Alright, you guys can move on to the top of this map.
The top? Okay.
Are we coming in from the south or
So the top
side of that?
the top left. Before you, you see a mill that is, for the most part, crumbled, and as you get close, you can smell the nasty smell of decaying flesh and feces.
Well, it's just disgusting. From the smell of it, it might already be dead.
All right. Do you want us to make stealth checks?
Yes, if you're going to approach stealthily, I need some stealth checks. Alright. Oh no.
11.
Dang,
Bernard!
All y'all failed the stealth check. What happened there?
I step on a loud twig, and then Arlen shouts, "Bernard!"
I stub my foot. I'm like, oh shit!
No plan survived contact with the enemy.
Or what is it? Clunk, 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 clunk.
Out from this building, you see a troll emerge. And he's pulling up his britches a little bit and goes, "Who's out there?"
I light my
Disturbing
torch
my
and point at him. He's
business.
like, "How many trolls are there? How many of you are there?"
Just me here. What do you want? You want to be my
I
next
challenge
meal?
you. Yes, I do. I challenge you to a duel.
Could I roll an insight check on who's just me?
Insight on what?
That he said he was the only troll here.
Sure.
Hey, you are hiding where you ought not to be.
Yeah, it seems like he's doesn't seem smart enough to be lying.
Cool.
So I got my torch and shield out. Come on, fight us 3-on-1. I bet you can't take us.
Well, you said it was a duel, right?
Yes, a
Don't
duel.
you-
Me and my party versus you.
Don't you normally fight one-on-one on a duel?
Never. A commander always takes his allies into battle.
Oh, so much for your honorable Maze's men.
Well, you could bring 2 of your allies.
So you just gotta stand there and wait.
No, let's go.
All right, so
Calling me a coward,
pause
just
there.
standing there.
When the mental sparring with a troll is too much for Vesper.
Pause there. Roll initiative, please. No, I did not add his turn. What the heck? Oh. No. That's why I was on the map layer.
Seems appropriate that Vesper goes first and then the trolls. Oh, wait, no, that's your new icon. Oh, hey, look at that. You're creepy as hell.
Thank you.
No, why did it do it twice? Oh well.
Worked hard
Are
to
you
become
sure
so.
he's not a monster, Arlen?
Well, seeing you running up, he goes, "Oh, you're coming right at me? Well, I'll come at you." And he jumps straight down on top of you.
Welcome to the jungle.
Attempts to claw your arm for an 18.
That hits.
That's 10 damage. And
Okay,
then he
18.
reaches down and attempts to bite for an 18 again.
That hits.
And 8 piercing damage as he starts to gnaw on your helmet.
Can you miss, please?
Holy shit.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, I tackle my torch. 7.
It's a miss. Getting pinned.
I will action surge and attack again. 9.
It's another miss.
Okay, that's my action surge. I will bonus action. Let me check.
Yeah, you're not technically grappled. That was just for flavor.
Okay. I will bonus action second wind. 11 healing.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Seeing this happen. Oh, actually, I didn't put it in order. Bernard, you're up.
Let's see. Sir, I'm on my way. I will. Let's see. This is gonna take some setup, but I want to get its attention now. Well, I guess bonus action. We're gonna shift. So I'll do my shifting. Yeah, I'm gonna slap it first and try to get its attention.
Slap away.
Slap away, slap away. 12?
Sadly miss.
It just bounces off his skin.
Oh.
That's my go.
Dust, seeing this happen, what do you like to do?
Seeing it gnawing on Vesper's helmet and things not going well within the first 6 seconds of the fight. Arlen's going to take out one of the larger chunks of delirium that he got from the rat's den,
Awesome.
and he is going to cast a new spell he created called Warp Bolt.
Sweet.
10
sadly miss.
I'm going to use that D4.
All right. Actually,
See
yeah.
if that will help it.
Yeah. Is some information gathering? 12 is
Maybe.
also a miss.
Damn.
Oof.
Well, that's the end of my turn.
Back to the troll, seeing Bernard run up. He's gonna attempt to bite and claw you. Assume 9 is a miss.
Yes.
And the claw. Oh my goodness.
It's
Still
maybe
hits,
a
but
hit.
not a crit.
Gee.
12 damage.
18.
Yeah, just the 12.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Not the crit.
Yeah, that chunks my temp HP, but could be worse. He just like with a blunt attack knocks a part of my body off, and it just goes.
All right. Fritz.
I hit him.
Hey. Solid 7 damage.
Okay, and bonus action for glory on Bernard, and he can't regenerate because he took 1 fire damage.
Heck yeah.
It's 8 damage total.
Yep.
And a miss.
He misses and entered.
All right. Back to Bernard.
All right, I will try and do this now. I'm gonna cast. Sorry, it's gonna look weird because this is like you cast it and you get the effect, and then the rest of it is an attack roll. So ignore the attack roll. Right now, I'm just doing the view. If I hit show spell description, does it pop up for everyone? Did the spell card show up?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Rip.
Cool. So yeah, I like my hand, like big pores open up in it, and a bunch of acid starts to well to the surface of my skin. So I'll be able to start smacking him with that next turn.
Oh,
I'm
just
now
'cause that takes an
concentrating.
action. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
set up payoff kind of thing.
Heck yeah.
But now I am concentrating.
Dust, your go.
I shake the crystal like it's a faulty controller. Say, work, damn you, and I'll cast it again.
All right.
21.
Is a hit.
There we go. So it takes. Oh, that's 4 ones, motherfucker. That is 14 points of necrotic damage, and it takes 1 point of contamination.
Oh, okay.
So roll D6 if it mutates.
Not
6. Oh no, it had to be a 1. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a step back as like the power from this is just constantly arcing from my hand. This concentration spell.
Yeah. A bit flustered by that. The troll's like, "What the hell is that?" Oh, sorry. Is anything else with your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Vesper responds, "It's your mother."
I am not
Good
its
one, my
mother!
lord.
That's what she said.
Yeah, with that, the troll goes, "Well, Mama didn't taste as good as you did," and he tries to bite you again for 23.
Woof.
That hits.
For 9 piercing.
9 damage.
And then attempts to claw Bernard, also for 23.
Yikes.
For 15 slashing. How you doing?
Ouch.
I am bloody.
Yikes.
Yeah, Vesper's bloody too.
Alright. You can see that this troll is not bloodied. What would you like to do?
I'll attack with my torch. 13?
It's a miss.
Damn. Don't have anything to boost that. All right, I will bonus action for glory, Bernard.
Okie dokie. It has to be a weapon attack, right? So I can't use my
Yeah, weapon attack.
my claw. Come on.
We're rolling like shit. All right,
My
Bernard,
fingers
you're
like
up.
break on his skin. Dang it.
Yeah, you guys,
Gentlemen!
I'm assuming you all are liking me open rolling.
No,
Yeah,
yes.
you can see when I miss those crits too. Ooh. Let's see. Fritz, remind me real quick what CR level of monster you need at this level to count for your Monster Slayer?
Well, I'm level 3, so let me double check what it says. I'll have to open the book.
Okay.
Not that button. I'll give it to you in a second.
I say, while we do that, we'll move on to Bernard.
All right, I got my acid now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my spell attack.
Heck
Let's see.
yeah.
I think I can do caustic grip, please. Mama needs a hit. Does 15 hit?
15 hits.
Alrighty. Let me just double check it does. On a hit, you deal 4d4 acid to the target, and it is restrained. No saving throw.
Heck yeah, because
So-
you're gripping onto it and melting into its flesh.
So I imagine like this caustic goo, like little strands, just start to just grow like vines all over its body from my hand,
Ooh,
and start to
living from
bind
the
it in place.
oozes.
Yep. So yeah, I was
Roll
quite
that
inspired.
damage.
That is the damage, 14 with
14.
the attack roll. So 14 damage, and on its turn, it can spend its action to try and get out of the strands. But I'm
Yeah,
hoping
so-
that'll keep it from attacking us.
So
Also-
it says it has to be a challenge rating greater than my own, so it has to be 4 or above. And my allies can assist me, but I must strike the decisive blow myself.
Gotcha.
And I think I'm doing that because I'm stopping his regen with torches. So
Oh yeah, and you're also commanding. You're using
taking hits, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so restrained means it cannot attack?
No, it has
Like
disadvantage, and we have
conditions.
advantage attacking it.
Heck yeah. Well, that's a good turn. We're on to... Or anything else, Bernard, before we move on?
That'll be it.
All right. Dust, what would you like to do?
Well, since it now has a point of contamination, this concentrated spell can automatically hit him. So I'm just going to straight roll for damage to try and kill it.
Hell yeah. I will say it is now looking bloodied.
It is 20 points of damage.
And
As
that's
I
another
just
quarter of its health.
And another contamination level.
Yeah,
So,
what does
roll
that look
D6
like?
again.
This looks like I am. I don't know how to describe it. I would probably just say this is equivalent to him just like firing pulse shots, kind of like Iron Man from his hand, except that they're more of just arcane, just bolts of pearlescent delirium shots. They're just going straight at him.
Hell yeah. Alright, anything else with your turn?
No, feeling good.
Alright.
Good.
Heck yeah, back to the troll in the top of the round, taking all this acid and fire damage, not able to regenerate, and feeling your grip on it. It's not smart enough to break out on its first turn, so it's going to do 2 attacks at disadvantage.
At who?
One at each. So first bite, trying to bite you still, Fritz, for 14.
I will repost that. He missed finally.
I've been waiting for
It's
this.
about
15.
time.
Yeah, 15 hits.
Wait, 50. Okay, and that's 9 damage total with 1 fire.
All right. Still standing. And the claw goes at Bernard for 12.
No, sir.
All right. Back to Fritz. The troll
All right,
looking
I will-
weak.
24 for 8.
All right.
Still up?
Still up. Barely at
I'll
double
say,
digits.
finish him off, Bernard, and for Glorium.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
22 for 5.
It's now on single digits.
Okay, that's my turn. Bernard's up.
All right, Bernard.
Alrighty. I will try and end it with a caustic grip. So I'll have all the strands around it start to constrict it, the acid kind of melting into his skin. 8 more acid damage.
Yeah, because of the
oh,
auto hit.
I don't think it
No,
is an
no,
auto hit. I have to roll advantage. I beg your pardon.
Oh, you have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and look at it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Does 14 hit then?
Sadly not.
Ah, bummer. That's my turn.
All right, Arlen, what would you like to do?
The same. I'm just gonna keep cooking over here. I'm throwing another warp bolt on it. 19 points necrotic damage.
How does it fall?
I would say I eventually just hit this thing with so much contamination that it just combusts.
We need a trophy.
It combusts from its stomach and arm, and its head is still intact. Happy.
Just covered in viscera, turns around. We need it.
It mutates, does it? Because that's 3rd level contamination.
Yeah, so roll D20.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
2. I don't think it doubled up though because it did not do the D6.
Mutates when it dies.
Yeah, with that it screams, and he screams so loud that his tongue rips out of his mouth as it grows, and he falls, choked by his own tongue and boiled with contaminated energy.
I will cut off his head and be like, I'll be carrying this trophy.
Are you sure, my lord? It's quite large.
This is a special kill for me. Did I complete my Monster Slayer quest?
Let's see.
Or at least one of the 3?
I think. Well, let's see. Arlen dealt the final blow there,
Okay.
but
I steal kill from you.
Okay. So I didn't complete it, but I'll add a troll head. Or I didn't get a point on it, so I'm going to say it weighs 20 pounds.
Yeah, it was quite close though. Well, so I think if we add it up to, I think
Well-
Arlen dealt the most damage there as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it does say Well, I must strike the decisive blow. I was hitting him with fire damage. I don't know how decisive that is. And I was commanding my ally to attack.
Yeah,
It doesn't say killing blow, it says decisive blow.
Okay. Yeah, I think that does change it. I do want to give you a point there.
Okay, I'll add
Especially
it.
because you're using your things to get Bernard to hit as well.
So, Monster Slayer. That 1 out of 3.
Yeah, that also
I'll
was
keep that troll
a
trophy.
CR5 monster, I believe.
Oh, wow.
So, one of those was a very deadly fight.
Yeah. Yeah, for level 3s, for 3 level 3s, the CR5 is a deadly fight. Do you use Cobalt Fight Club or stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah, that one gives
Okay,
me
yeah.
the rough estimation, even though it can.
Yeah.
I mean, if he rolled all crits there, it might have ended in 2 rounds, but
Yeah, it's not
still
a
hitting-
perfect measure, but it gives you a guideline.
Yeah. Anyway, what would y'all like to do from there? You're just taking the head and leaving?
I'd like to explore the mill if anybody else agrees to it.
As long as the smell doesn't get so bad that Arlen takes damage like the rat's nest, he will. He will also, holding his nose, see if there's anything this troll might have gotten of value.
Looking inside the mill, you can tell that's where he's been using as an outhouse. And anything of value, you can see a couple bodies of corpses, assumedly hooded lanterns, because you also see some of the cloaks lying about in a pile that he had been using for toilet paper.
Disgusting.
Any gold?
Nope, no gold.
Is there any fellow adventurers scrawlings on the mill wall?
You can see a bit of the scrollings on the outside.
Okay. Like Bayo is here, Sebastian Crow.
Yeah, you can tell that based on the location of this outside one of the main roads leading into Drakenheim, you see that many travelers have stopped by this place in the past.
Okay.
Although it had recently been occupied by this terrible troll. So maybe it will be a place after being cleaned up, could be a place for incoming adventurers again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got your troll's head. Shall we go back and see if the dragons made it back?
We are to be back before 24 hours, sir. If that is the case, we should hasten ourselves there.
Would you like to rest up first and then start heading back?
Visibly, shaking. I wouldn't mind it, sir, if we could spare the time.
Okay, I'm going to use Battle Command on Bernard. Fight on. So you get my second 1 die.
Uh-huh.
You get 5 hit points.
I'm still bloodied.
I feel fine.
I wonder why that is. Do we get our short rest off?
Yeah, you guys can get a short rest off here. Seems safe and quiet.
Alright, I'll go and do the cooking thing now, so everyone can get... Or, I think since Arlen's fine, I'm going to cook for myself and... I mean, flavor-wise, I'm cooking for everyone, but the benefit for having done so, I'm going to give to myself and Fritz, so we get back 3 HP apiece.
Okay.
I'll say, as you guys are resting here at the mill, you do feel the slight urge to write your own sort of message.
Yeah, I'll write. Vesper Fritz, future king of Caspia, was here.
Yeah, you don't have to follow through with it, but yeah, that's nice. Let me find the room as well. So
Do you guys write anything?
I'll each of you roll me on the D100, please.
Sorry, are each of us rolling or just?
Yes, please.
I don't think Bernard's instinct would be to write anything,
Mhm.
but if Fritz insisted, he would just write something modest, like, Bernard.
Yeah,
Find a place and think he'd write his name, and write something about like founder of said spells that he's created so far. The one involving delirium.
Cool. Let's see, Vesper, near where you wrote your thing, you see a small message that says, "The knights now control flame," and there's a little picture of a knight with a flamethrower. Bernard, near where you write, let's see, what languages do you know?
I know. Oh, I didn't do that part of my character sheet. I know cook's utensils. I don't even speak common.
Bernard?
Well, the languages of Westmar, Elven, Dwarven, Halfling, and Common.
Let's keep it pretty simple. I'm not a super educated man. I imagine just whatever local language is here in Drakenheim. Oh, and then whatever native language would be appropriate for my Warlock pack.
I'll say you can pick out of the ones that Vesper recommended, knowing that those are the most common ones. But so you just make that pick real quick.
Gotcha. Zealot, as a servant for a kind of middle class merchant, what languages would you recommend?
Probably Common and Dwarven. And then whatever packed language you want for thing.
I might get with you about that, Zyler, out of session.
Yeah, I think for for merchants type stuff, dwarves are the closest to commerce, because elves are more aloof or inquisitive, and then the halflings are, while they can be merchants, most of them in Drakenheim ran the farms.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So in Dwarven, I think you would actually recognize this. There's a Dwarven stake claim written in Dwarven saying that the Dwarven clan from the Glimmering Mountains has laid claim to a rich field of delirium south of the crater. And then, Arlen, can you roll again? Because we've gotten that one already.
Sure. D100?
Yes, please. There's a strange scribbling that you notice that says, "The noble man in his noble home, withered, old, and all alone. His stares can chill you to the bone, a pale man on a pale throne.
Poetry. Take note of it, and then kind of go back to where my companions are.
Awesome. Man, you guys finish up your long or your short rest. And you can actually, at about this time, it's now about 5 o'clock. So you got about 3 hours till it starts getting dark.
Probably just make the safest route possible back to the city. Or back to the Emberwood Village. Emberwood Village. So, like, we'll go around the long way. We just want to get back to Emberwood Village. And we won't take a long rest. We'll that's my vote is just head straight to Emberwood Village and go around the long way, and then sleep in the tavern once we get there, and then our duel's complete.
Works for me.
Or not the tavern, our abandoned rented house. So do we have to do the travel map thing, or can we just go? I think the plan is to go around the city towards the Dran River, and then go northeast along the Dran River until we get to the ferryman, and then that would be the only dangerous part, and then south again until we get to Emberwood Village.
Yeah, so pretty much there are 2 options. You still, on this map here, you're still on the outskirts of Drakenheim once you're around those outskirts. In between are fallow fields full of mud or thick woods. So if you're going to travel, quote unquote, the long way outside of the map, I think it would take you 2 days to get back to Emberwood Village, because you'd be traveling on roads that led away from Drakenheim. You'd have to find outer crossroads and go around. There would be no splitting through the woods or anything.
Okay, then we'll travel on the outskirts of the city again just to get back to the ferryman.
Yeah, so you still have to plan your route, plan your speed, and see where we're going.
Okay. All right, I'm ready when you guys are.
Let's do it. We need to get out of here.
Okay, we're still on the Emberwood or the Eckerman Mill map.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will let y'all start right here.
Okay.
At the entrance of the city. Or, I guess you could move through the Cane Hills and you could be farther down here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's...
With normal pace, so 3 squares, 1, 2, 3. Not there. 1, 2, 3, like that.
Alright, D6s, please.
Boop.
2, 3, 3.
Alright, things seem quiet. You may continue to move.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Alright, D6s again.
5, 3, 1.
Let's see what's happening. I love how the dice work sometimes.
That doesn't sound promising.
It's the Lord of the Feast. To battle, men!
Let's see. Before I announce, you guys are moving So go ahead and give me perception checks at advantage.
Oh, you guys get a D4 again. That refreshes.
Ah, cool.
Right. So Vesper, you don't notice, but Arlen and Bernard, you notice a troll moving in your direction that you were traveling, or towards your group.
Shit. Friend of his, no doubt.
Oh, what? There's another troll?
Yes, possibly. Maybe it's something else. Who knows? Maybe we just keep.
Do you want to slay it? I look at my companions eagerly.
I think it best, given the state of things, I like hold up my hand and like I voluntarily like break the bones in my wrist, so my hand goes. I'm like, maybe we ought to save that for another day.
Okay, yeah, we've had our fill of monster slaying today. Let's get out of this area before that troll catches up.
Yeah, you can see the
Good
troll
call.
kind of bends down, and there's a big pack on its back, kind of smelling of raw, contaminated meat. He's also holding a barrel and another bag, but he does not notice your group, and you're able to get around. Or, yeah, if you are now trying to sneak around him, give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
Oh.
Use that D4. Use the D4.
It's not going to help against the nat 1. Nat 1's a nat 1.
Yeah, but he rolled a 3.
Nat 1s are automatic failures.
Yeah, what happens,
Okay.
Arlen?
I would say as I'm going, it says like careful. And Arlen's so focused on like hoping that Vesper isn't gonna rush it that I'm not looking where I'm going and walk right into like a window that's slightly ajar and just shatter the glass.
Yeah, I think that's like as you guys are trying to sneak into an alleyway nearby off the main road, that's when it happens. And he looks right at your group and immediately notices Vesper holding the head of another dead troll.
Yeah, it's like attached to my backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, as you're ducking in, he goes, "What? Really, Bob? You all
That
get
was
back
a-
here! You got the head of my friend!"
I challenge you to a duel.
A 3-on-1 duel, no doubt.
A 3-on-1 duel. You can bring your allies if you want.
I can't wait for 3 trolls to find you when we're not around to be like, we challenge you to a 3-on-1 duel. Your friends can come if they want, and we're just nowhere around.
Alright, you guys consider your marching order and roll it.
Karma's gonna hit Vesper like a bitch one day, I swear.
It is
Yeah, but a
wild.
good commander never travels without his companions.
Uh-huh.
It is wild that you rolled just rolled the troll traveler after you guys fought the other troll. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
Arn Jesus. Sometimes he
Destiny
makes sense.
arrives.
Let's go, Arn Jesus.
Oh boy.
Now, could this count for another Monster Slayer
It's
quest or
possible.
no?
It's still CR5.
It's possible. Okay. I just have to get the decisive blow.
I can't believe we're taking
Arlen,
a
please use that spell
CR5
again because it's so effective.
Action economy, man. Action economy.
Is Drakenheim. It wouldn't be Drakenheim if the road was laid out easy. I like your guys' odds against the trolls. better than the black puddings, though, honestly.
It's fair.
Yeah.
But you can run away from the puddings because they, 20 feet movement, 40 dash. But the troll here's got to move with speed of 30. So you guys would have to get creative if you wanted to run away. But it sounds like we're running into battle.
Yep. Who has the better dex mod? I guess Arlen does.
Yeah, what is yours, Arlen?
My what?
Your dex mod.
14. So it's a 2.
Yeah, you beat him.
Woo! Well, I've got one more level 2 spell since I used my arcane recovery on that short rest. Go, fine, we're gonna do this again. Oh wait, if I do that I take a charge of... Ooh, that's right. I don't want to get contaminated.
Oh, can't you do it twice or whatever?
I did. One missed, one hit.
Oh, I thought it was concentration when it missed, you didn't have to cast it again. Or
That's a
does
good
that
point.
not
I didn't
work?
think of that.
Yeah, it was
Well, post a
concentration.
spell,
let me read
it.
Once.
I guess, yeah, that's right. So
Post
I
a
have
spell,
2
let me
spell
read
slots
it.
still. Yeah, my bad. I guess,
Yeah.
like, in my mind's like, I missed, therefore it went to waste. But you're right, it's concentration. Okay. Well, in that case, I will use Warp Bolt again with one more charge of no contamination for me. Hey, and that... So immediately between the both of you, this large shot of octane energy just goes careening past both of you towards this creature.
Awesome.
And I'm going to stand right behind... Actually, you know what? I will take a step back. And that will be my turn. Oh, it takes a point of contamination as well.
Alright, that's 1 point. The D6. Oops, straight mutation. The 1 and the 20. Thank you, Iron Jesus.
Wait, did it just become a spellcaster?
Cue the Iron Man meme. How about that?
You see this thing grow another, like 2 inches taller as it regenerates a little bit. If it was a spellcaster, it would have gotten a slot back.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember how that worked. But that will be my turn.
Alright, on to Fritz.
Oh, my turn. Okay. I charge it. I do my torch. Do I have to have an action to light the torch?
Well, it was starting to get dark, so would you say you had the torch lit already?
Oh yeah, sure. I had a torch lit, so I'll move 2 torches. So I'm at 6 torches. Good point. Okay.
I want you guys to succeed.
Yeah. Thank you,
It's a
DM.
hit.
All right. I will save my action surge, and I will. See, I do have a second wind. I'm only 2 hit points down. Let's see. You know what? I'll for glory bonus action Bernard. I'll tell him to throw daggers, Squire.
I will produce a dagger and huck it at the troll. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Nice.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Alright, Bernard, on to you.
Alrighty. I will bonus action shift. Get me temp. Or I already have temp HP. Get me armor class. Speedify over here.
Alright.
And go ahead and I'm tempted to do another caustic brew, so I think I'll spend my action doing that. So I'll charge up my acid hand again. That'll be my turn.
Awesome. On to Dust.
Since I hit him and he's contaminated, automatically hits. So 14 more points and another contamination as I just keep unleashing octane bolts and more octane bolts.
He is now bloodied with you pulling the lead on those damage numbers.
Eh. Magic fun.
Back to the troll with a bite on Bernard for 21. 7 damage.
Oh.
And a claw to Fritz for 7 slashing.
Oh, let's see, I have to do concentration because I have my spell going. I'm
That's
not a,
7 to me. Okay. 19.
so I'm not usually a spellcaster. How do concentration checks for spells work? It's like half the damage or 10 as a minimum or something like that. Yeah, I think that's it. So I should be good.
Yeah, so I think you beat it there. Yeah, I haven't done concentration in a while either. I normally don't roll if the number is too low, but I forget what the baseline number is. Anyway, back to Fritz. What would you like to do?
Okay. Attack him.
Attack away.
And bonus action, command Bernard to make an attack.
Radio. Nope.
But with that torch hit, he is bloodied. Or he was already, and we're on to Bernard.
Really? Caustic grip. Nope. Nothing.
You have advantage.
Oh. Why is that?
It's now restrain. Oh, you have to restrain it first. Oh, yeah,
That's
so you
right.
still have to
Although,
do that.
I suppose, could I perhaps dance around behind it and get flanking?
Yes.
Cool. Nope, still nothing.
All right.
Oof.
But good try, good try. Back to Dust.
Dust is gonna throw another one at it.
All right.
I see no reason to never stop.
Holy.
19 points.
Holy cow.
I am the sorcerer fucking supreme.
Wild. Nice rolls today. Back to the troll. I think this one getting toasted is smart enough to try to run away. So he's gonna disengage first, pushing you two away from him, and run 30 feet.
Okay.
Vesper, do you follow pursuit?
Yes, I charge him. Oh, I just read Warp Bolt, by the way. It's consume. It consumes the 100 gold piece.
It does not do that for Maleficent wizards.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, you need a Delirium Shard that price, and I need it to cast the spell, which we do have, but my anomalous materials allows me to cast 2 spells without taking contamination or using
it's a strong subclass with this.
It's
new spell.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay,
Yep.
I will charge him and make a torch attack. Missing, and I will, for glory of Bernard, tell him to throw another dagger.
I will fumble in my pocket with my extra large claws and what's the range on a? Oh, it should be at disadvantage. Yeah, so it's definitely gonna miss. Yeah, because he's more than 20 feet away.
Yep. Dagger going wide, but now it's your turn.
I will move the 30 feet and try and bind it with my caustic hand. Come on! Nothing. That's my go.
A slippery miss, and back to dust.
Arlen?
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hear you now.
Oh, okay. That was weird. Yes, Arlen is going to move 30 feet. Feeling powerful, he's just going to kind of laugh and he's going to fire at this thing again. I'll take care of the rebel. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. 25 points. Crack damage.
This thing had 10 HP left. How does it fall?
I'll say that kind of like delirium husks, its legs just kind of disintegrate into just ash and flecks of delirium as they just kind of fade away. It crumbles to the ground.
Brutal. You're out of initiative. And I think for this
Collect
one,
its head.
Yeah, so for this one, doesn't quite count. Arlen definitely dealt the most damage.
Yeah.
That one was Arlen.
Got the quote unquote decisive blow. Yeah. Okay. I'll give the head to Bernard and say you can hold on to this one.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay, and continue on our way. Don't even need to take a short rest after that one.
I think as we're shuffling on, Bernard is going to congratulate Arlen. That was a very potent show you put on.
And we'll second one though. Why not?
It's
okay.
delirium's a new substance. Many people at the Academy think it's too dangerous, but I find it very interesting.
Yeah, you seem to mutate monsters with that new spell. When did you come up with that?
Last night, after I got the larger delirium sample.
Very
This
interesting.
substance is going to be very interesting in the future.
Well, I'm glad
for
we
sure.
saved that. I'm glad we saved that sample for you.
Oh yes. Hopefully we can find some more.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so while cutting off its head, Fritz, can you roll me 2d10, please?
Okay. Was this the level of contamination I take? 16.
You find 16
I mutated the
gold.
monster. Oh, 16 gold. Okay.
And
I'll
few
pass that
sets
out.
of
16
tools
divided by
and
3
trinkets.
is...
Just about 5. 1 left over.
Okay, I'll take 6. So you get 6 gold, Arlen and Bernard.
Nice.
Or 5 gold. My bad. 5 gold.
Alright, back to the city map. Where would you like to go? How would you like to do it?
Probably 1, 2, 3 normal pace.
Alright, d6s, please. 1 from each. You're now moving into the twilight. It's beginning to get dark. But it seems the excitement of the day that the outskirts here, in this area in particular, are quiet. Go and do your next move and your next set of d6 rolls, please.
1, 2, 3.
DM, you can roll for me if we have more encounters. I'm just gonna go throw something in the oven real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. just say roll d6s. So, oh, getting blessed from over here. Or no, you did roll. Yeah, so you're able to move there, and we'll just wait for him at the ferry crossing. Let's see. You are moving at a normal pace, so you're just pretty much doing your best to get back safely at this point. Not much exploration.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get there.
Just trying to get back. We've killed more than our fair share of monster slaying for this. We got what? We did a bandit encounter. They don't count for the duel. We did what? A Knoll encounter. We got a couple Knolliers,
Oh man.
and we got 2 trolls. So feel like we won this duel.
Heck yeah.
Did we make it back to Emberwood?
I still gotta do the next movement. We were just waiting for you.
Cuckoo.
All right. What direction
D6?
would you like to go? And roll those d6.
North.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, let's go towards the crater. Kidding. 1. No, let's go along the river. 1, 2, 3. There.
All right. And d6s, please. All right. It's still pretty quiet. You guys are able to make it out of the city and along the road to Emberwood Mill or Eckerman Village.
Emberwood Village.
Yes. Anything
Well,
else?
hopefully they didn't kill. Hopefully the dragons didn't kill the dragon or anything like that. But 2 trolls seems to be pretty good.
2 trolls and a pair of gnolls.
That's true.
And the goose. I hold up the vial of the black ooze that we scooped.
Okay, let's call it a night and then look for them in the morning.
Spooky.
Fair enough. Call it in.
I'm going to say our house is over here.
Yeah.
Before we take a long rest, Arlen's gonna go find Vesper and knock on his door.
Well, I imagine it's like a studio apartment.
Ah.
Like just a little shack.
I knock on the metaphorical door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say to him, which of these is a lie? I distaste the Amethyst Academy. My mother purposely gave me away. Or I don't actually like working for your family.
I don't actually like working for your family. It's a lie, of course. You love working for me.
Let me ask you something, Vesper. You want to become king, right?
Of course.
Paint me a picture of what ruling the kingdom will look like.
Well, I get to command the armies, and I'll try not to go to war with people. But if they challenge me to a duel, then I'll have to duel kingdom on kingdom.
I'm worried that you will not last a week. strictly because you believe people are as honorable as you.
Sometimes,
You,
yeah.
you realize people lie and cheat and steal and assassinate. And once
Yes.
you become king, monsters are not going to be your biggest problem. It's going to be people trying to stab you back.
Well, probably. That's why I'll have a good counsel like yourself to guide me. And number one. Number two, we're still a long way from that. I still have to win glory in Drakenheim. I feel trolls aren't going to cut it.
True. I just hope you start to see that not all people have your best interest in mind.
Oh, of course. Those bandits surely didn't.
That's true. Just keep it in mind.
Okay.
And then I'll open up my book and start making notes and holding delirium.
Nice. Bernard, what are you up to?
I think I will be like setting about making like a really late supper for us if anyone wants it. And while I'm sitting there, there are times where when Bernard is kind of by himself, like not actively in one of your presences, he kind of like his posture deteriorates. He becomes a lot more hunched and like a little bit less human. His bones become a little more fluid. His gestures and stuff like that become a little bit more unnatural. And every once in a while, he'll be like working, very focused on something like cooking, for instance. And then he'll start to like shudder and tick a little bit, like twitching
No.
and stuff like that. And then abruptly, he will like his posture will just become immaculate once more. He'll look every part the excellent butler that he is, and he will continue about his business, and then it will slowly start to deteriorate again over the next 30 minutes and then kind of descend into one of those little fits, and then he'll be right back to being a snappy little butler. So that's what he's up to, just cooking you guys some supper.
Yeah, I think Vesper's just chilling in the house, just resting and eating supper. He had a long day. He doesn't want to celebrate his victory quite yet. He wants to rest up first, and then after he gets his rest, then do the tavern celebration.
Excellent. Would you guys like to move on to the next day then?
Sure.
And then also I'm curious how
Get a long rest in.
Yeah, say and how much longer would you guys like to play today? Does anybody need a break or anything?
Well, I have something to do at 8:30, but I'm good to go if everybody else is.
Yeah, I don't have anything planned for another few hours.
I can go for another hour and a half.
Sweet deal. Well, with that, then, what would y'all like to do?
Go to the tavern and see if I can find the Dragonborn.
All right.
I am going to use my spell scroll ability and make a scroll of vortex warp.
Awesome.
Keep that in the pocket for today.
It's a level 1 spell, right?
It has to be level 1?
Yeah, I
it
think so.
just had to be a spell. Let's see here.
It's like 30 or proficiency bonus sort of.
The level of the spell you can cast create equals 1/2 your proficiency bonus. Oh, you're right. Then I will create an Acrid Orb spell. Okay.
shall we try and sell some of these trophies to the Hooded Lanterns once we've concluded our business with the duelists?
Yes, as soon as we win the duel, I can't imagine they slay greater monsters than what we did.
Fingers crossed. Let's go see if we've won.
But I'm keeping this trophy, and I pat my trophy.
At least get it so it's not gonna rot.
Yeah,
Or like
can you handle that, Bernard or Arlen?
I think I might be able to find someone who could embalm or taxidermy it. I say that very doubtfully.
He's actually just gonna go and do it himself.
Basically.
All right. Will you make it to the tavern? And inside you see the trio of Dragonborn. You can see that one of their swords is about a quarter of the way melted through, and the other one is holding a broken spear. And in front of them they have a large bag.
Greetings, fellows. How did you fare? We slayed 2 trolls, an ooze, a pair of gnolls, and what else, my squire?
Bandits, sir?
Well, bandits, but they don't count. They're not monsters.
Aye. Seems you fared better than we did. He just opens up his bag. We just found one troll traveling along the roads. Then shortly after, we ran into those oozes you speak of. Were they dark? They melted off our weapons.
Oh, yeah.
We couldn't continue
yeah.
the adventure for the rest of the day.
Yes, they were quite fearsome. We did a tactical retreat after we killed one.
And how did you kill it? Our weapons did nothing.
With magic.
Well, you are a skilled group, and you've won this duel fair and square. And he hands you a bag with a large delirium gem in it, worth 100 gold pieces.
I hand that to Arlen. Thank you. You were honorable folk.
Yeah, it seems we'll be out of adventuring for the next couple of days. But,
Well, let's buy a round to celebrate the Caspian duel.
Won't turn you down. It is early in the morning, but so what? We'll have a good little celebration.
We'll spend 3 gold buying drinks and food for everybody.
Yeah, that buys you all a couple rounds.
Imagine we party till about in the afternoon.
Arlen just kind of gets a single glass of wine or something like that and kind of reads it over while looking at his spell book, making notes on some things.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys aren't at the point where you need to head into the city every day. You can take a day off or a week off if you want. Prepare more, get more familiar with each other.
Probably just the day off and then go to the Hood and Lanterns after that. Yeah, we'll just party day and night, and then the next day go back to business. Just one day off, celebrating. If everybody agrees.
100 gold is quite a find. Is there anything we want to spend this on?
It's 100 gold delirium shard.
Oh, it's a delirium shard. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's why I gave it to you.
Yeah, that's what you guys were betting. If you had,
Yeah,
that's right.
if you had lost,
remember you bet your shard and they bet their shard.
It just dawned to Aelin right now. It's like, if we lost, I would have lost my only delirium shard left.
Yep.
I
And a
think
very
that for a moment.
generous gesture of him, no doubt.
We're shaking my head like, goodness, we won. I'd hate to have to kill those Dragonborn.
Can
I
I
think-
make a charisma check to see how life of the party I am?
Sure.
I guess it's just straight charisma, not persuasion or anything.
Yep.
11.
Not that bad.
Okay.
Some people seem a little gloomy in the city, and your outspoken joy might be bringing them down a little more. You
Okay.
hear slight whispers in the bars, like, "Is this what all Caspians are like?"
Here, now, let me tell you about the time I killed the troll.
It's like, he's been loud in this restaurant all day. I want to go drink outside, and some people leave, but other people come and join you and join in with the revelry.
Mhm.
I think since Bernard is used to kind of being shut away while his benefactors were celebrating in such occasions, he'll offer to either do any of the following: visit the Hooded Lanterns and trade in trophies for gold, um, try and find out how to get that head preserved for Lord Fritz, and clean up the shack that we live at, because we haven't really had a lot of time spent being able to make that in a homely.
I'll say, no, you're here, Bernard. You're part of this duel too. You party with us.
You know, if you insist, my lord.
I do. Get drunk.
You know,
Shit faced.
think about it. I think I'm going to slip away from the party at one point in time. If Bernard says that he's from Drakenheim, I want to ask around town about him and see if anyone kind of knows this guy, where he came from, who he is, and kind of get an idea of what's going on behind the scenes with this.
Okay. You give the party an excuse to excuse yourself. And
There's something strange about this delirium shard. I'm gonna go check on something real quick. I'll be
All
back
right,
in a little
but when you get back, I want you shit faced.
bit. Of course.
Let's say, are you doing this before they're drinking? Or you like drink the first
Yeah,
round?
yeah. The second I have like a glass of wine, he's like, more. I find a reason to step out for a little bit.
Okay. Since the other two you're going on for your second round, Bernard and Zealot or Vesper, give me a Constitution roll.
That's good. I don't think Bernard is going to drink very much. He considers himself on duty right now as a butler.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think I'm probably going to like just keep the same glass of beer, wine, whatever it is that we're drinking, and just kind of nurse it most of the afternoon. I might go for a second, but
Well, I got a
Let's
nat
go.
20. With that nat 20, I want to not throw up and be like just the most joyful, merry drunk, and just life of the party type of drunk, just drinking and having a good time.
Oh yeah, you're just throwing them down. People are impressed with the amount that you can drink and still stand up,
Mhm.
talking about your
I'm
amazing
like,
constitution.
let's dance, and I get the bard to play a lute or tune or something, and like
Mhm.
I'm like a little halfling. Just I'm not a halfling, but I'm acting like a halfling.
Awesome. But then, Arlen, where do you go to look for these rumors?
I feel like I want to go ask someone who would know something. So I guess I'd ask around of like, if I'm looking for information, who would I ask around here? Kind of get an idea from just people I ask on the street, like, who knows the most around here, would you say?
Well, you see a man carrying a bit of supplies on his back. He goes, well, the bar owners see lots of different folks. Many people pass through the church. I know that some of those merchants are also very well cultured in the world. It depends what kind of information you're looking for.
Which bar would I go to if I wanted to dig up dirt on?
Probably one of the darker ones where the roughabouts go. Let's see, I saw you
Right.
leaving the Bark and Buzzard. You might want to check out the Skull and Sword.
Thank you. I'll head over to that one.
That one is this dark building here.
Okay. Heads over there. And kind of look around for. No, I guess I'll go talk to the bartender.
Yeah, this is a dingy saloon that's been converted out of an old farmstead. A jawless skull impaled on a rusty sword is embedded beside the main doors.
Well, I assume this is the place. I'll open the door and step in.
Let's see, while approaching, you see a person head in before you and give a small greeting to the skull before heading inside.
Give a small greeting to the skull.
Yeah.
Kind
It
of
says,
look to see
"Hello,"
who
and
just
gives it a little
entered.
touch.
Look back at the skull, and I guess I'll give it like the smallest of nods.
Okay. Heading inside, you immediately see two halflings wrestling on the ground with knives, while a group of ruffians stand in a circle around them, kind of chanting and making bets. None of them immediately pay you any attention as you head towards the bar.
I head to the bar. I sit down and really try and get the bartender's attention.
In front of you, the barkeep you see is a half-orc. He introduces himself as Fida Longhorn.
Nice to meet you. My name's Arland.
I haven't seen you around these parts. Are you new?
Somewhat. Been here a few days. But I've stumbled across someone who's been traveling with us for a while. I don't know much about him. And someone told me that this place is a place to go for information. Wonder if you might know the individual.
Information doesn't come free, like.
I'll put down gold piece.
Oh, big spender. What do you want to know?
All I know is his name's Bernard. Awkward-looking fellow. When you turn your head and look the other direction kind of deal. That name ring familiar at all? Apparently he's a local around Draken.
Let's see. Bernard, do you want to type some information for me in your character sheet? Or share out loud who might know you and know things about you?
Sure. For the sake of pacing, instead of waiting for me to type and then relaying it, I will simply say, Bernard has only been seen somewhat recently around town here in Emberwood. Despite the cataclysm being, what was it, 11, 12 years ago at this point?
15 years ago.
15. It's only been maybe a year or two since people have started seeing him around, and he's mostly kept to himself. He's polite and, manner-wise, pretty much the same as you guys know him to be by all accounts, but he hasn't really associated himself with very many people. He's kind of been a vagrant, gutter snipe, kind of scrounging through leftovers, in people's waste bins and things when people first started meeting him, and then kind of fended for himself. And yeah, so he hasn't really associated with anyone, hasn't really made a name for himself in any regard, but people certainly know him by sight, I think, around here. Respectable people would think of him as more of like an urchin, a vagrant. And I think here at the Skull and Sword, people will just be like, yeah, he's a weird guy. He's just kind of like a beggar. Well, not really a beggar though. He doesn't beg, but in that sort of vein of people.
Interesting.
Right. Frida gives you a response. He goes, "Oh, that one, I know him. He's a bit of a lone wolf, scavenger. He's been here for about a year or so."
Just a year.
Yes.
Interesting. Is he traveling with anyone beforehand, or he just seemed to be alone from the start?
No, my guess is he's, might be connected to some of the packs that settled out east in the woods. He, seems to be a shifter. Not uncommon to see around here, but seeing them alone, I think that's definitely why I'd call him a lone wolf. He might have been exiled or something.
Interesting. Heard of them before, but I didn't know they were real. Thank you. Appreciate your time. I'll let you get back to... I'll point to the gnomes on the ground. Whatever goes on here.
He goes, yeah, there's plenty of packs of shifters that have made settlements around. Good, civilized folk, even though they hear rumors about them going wild in the moon like werewolves. But still, people nonetheless.
Right. Well... No. He at least doesn't seem like a crazed person like you described, thankfully, but, good to know. Well, I have a party to get back to, and you have a game of some sort going on here. Well, as Win says, like, one of the gnomes knocks the other one's teeth out.
yeah, for sure.
Appreciate your time.
No, good doing business with you. Hope I see you again.
Quite possibly. And I will head back to the more civilized party.
All right. Yeah. Anything else you guys do when the day passes?
I think I will kind of not insist, but bring it up multiple times with Vesper. Like, I could run errands, sir. I could, go.
I said,
things
someone
done.
you in the party. I want you drunk and shit-faced. You earned it.
Very well, sir. Takes another very small sip.
Heidi ho.
He is very happy for Fritz. He's not being like a downer or anything. It's more just that he's like uncomfortable drinking when he feels like he's on the job.
And how drunk does Arlen get?
Oh boy, it's more of how many drinks can Arlen handle.
Yeah, Fritz is
I
paying
have
for it.
a
He's telling you.
constitution of 10, so... Arlen does strike me as a person who only drinks wine. Like, he's not going to, as he describes it, liquid bread. But
Sure, I'll buy you a bunch of wine.
Yeah, he'll drink wine until he like realizes I shouldn't be standing for the sake of Vesper's victory.
Yeah, I'll say at that point,
He'll be a
give me
good sport
the
about it.
Constitution roll. I'd like to see him.
Sure. No worries. I'm sure it will be absolutely... Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, you're fine. Having a good drink.
Okay.
I will say, though, that
I've done this song and dance before with him. I'm like, okay, this is how it's going to go.
So I will say, though, that the Barking Buzzard does not serve... it only serves ale, so you would have had to pick up your bottles from the merchant outside. And I think if you've gotten wine before, on your days before, you're starting to get a little reputation with the wine merchant.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll stop by there in that case for on my way back, knowing that I'm going to have to drink.
Yeah. And the Barking Buzzard owner kind of like gives you like a weird look, like he kind of scuffs to himself. my ale's not too good, not good enough for him.
And if I'm drunk enough, my response will be, "It bloody hell isn't."
I'd kick you out if your friends didn't smell so good.
This ale's good ale. You should be drinking it, Arlen.
Ale is not a fun drink at all. It's just boring. Lacks any kind of elegance.
It's about the flavor. It's you drink.
There is
enough of
no
it, you
fucking
just
flavor.
can't
We've been over this before.
There's tons of flavor in ale, especially this
The
ale. This is
same
good
when I
ale.
was 14 you told me to start drinking.
Yeah, so you were a wine drinker then. You're still a wine drinker now.
It's not going to change.
So are you drinking the like light or dark wine?
I see myself as a red wine kind of
Yeah.
fellow.
Yeah. So the ale is just like a nice dark, like chocolatey color, and you got the red wine to contrast it.
Yeah, that's like Carl.
All right.
Come on, Bernard, drink more.
Peer pressure.
Very well, sir. Takes another conservative sip.
Still on his first cup.
I'll migrate to a second cup once it's very clear that I will not be leaving here. I don't want to be drunk running
There's no
errands, but
hope.
when there are no errands to be run for the rest of the day, I suppose I would go ahead and take a second glass. Dare I
So
say?
if you give in to peer pressure and keep drinking, I'll get a constitution save from you as well.
Excellent.
Do you think it would be a disadvantage if you're a light drinker? No tolerance?
I have a pretty like my physiology. I imagine I'm pretty resistant to toxins in general, having
Okay.
lived in Drakenheim for a
Sounds
while.
good.
So, I think it'd even out. But I will say, if I do get drunk, like if I fail a Constitution saving throw, I'm gonna get plastered.
Yeah, I think you're plastered and like I don't like, almost immediately starting to get sleepy, maybe.
Right,
You
right.
describe it for me.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely like a tired drunk. Yeah, I'm like sitting there in a chair, like my face, like not just my eyelids, but like my face starts drooping on one side. Like I'm like
Oh, jeez.
almost falling asleep, and like kind of pull myself back together. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's another round. Just melting in my chair.
Now, does he still keep up the good servant charade when he's drunk? Or is he like, screw you, Dumbledore?
No, I think that's beaten into me. I'm a long time butler. I would never.
You
I
just
think it's
little
more of like
Evie.
a yes sir, yes, yes.
Yeah, you
Blinking
guys
furiously.
take a little wine nap, a little low tolerance nap, and Fritz is up throughout the day, continuing to party, getting drunker and drunker, and the day passes to the next.
Okay. Wake up with my nat 20 with no hangover. Good morning, everybody.
Do not have to be so loud.
Whew, that was a great night last night.
What is our plan for today?
Okay, get the troll head preserved, sell the other trophies, and talk to the Amethyst Academy. That's what I have on my agenda.
Very
Huh.
good stuff.
I also want to talk to those Falling Fire people again. They seemed interesting.
Oh, fanatics caught your eye.
Yeah, they seem pretty interesting. Don't you want to study their golden delirium? Or, I'm sorry, delirium in their chest again.
There's nothing. I doubt they'll ever let me inspect them like that, and I don't.
I don't know. It's something to do.
If we want to go talk to them, fine. Let's see what's up. Then what about you, Bernard? Are your any friends around here you want to stop by and see?
Well, he kind of like gauges himself. I think I feel fine as far as any contamination, so I think I could forego a visit to the firekeepers. But I would like to get this head. He points to the troll head, which is like got flies buzzing around it. So, taken care of, sir. If we have some time, I could slip away, perhaps, and take care of that.
Yeah, maybe we can all go to the Flame Keepers.
Or we could do that. Very good, sir.
And I just like, Bernard, you're gonna have to get that done in your own time.
What's first? I say hooded lanterns to get money for trophies.
Sure. Why not?
Go to the hooded lanterns.
All right, they offer you 10 for the troll heads and 5 for the knoll ears.
I would like to make a persuasion check to try to get paid for my troll head and offer. Say I want to keep it, and on my honor, I won't try to resell it again. Can I make a persuasion check?
He actually... Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
23.
He goes, yeah, as long as you do a little initial on it, and we'll give it an ink stamp.
Okay. And I write VF for Vesper Fritz, and then have him stamp it.
Yeah, just a little stamps on a piece of paper and writes a little note. He's like, do not buy something if it has this symbol on it. Anyway. You gonna do anything else there with the hood and lanterns?
So how much do we get? 10 for each troll head, so that's 20 gold for there. And then the knoll ears, how much is that?
5 for each pair, so 15.
Really?
5 for each pair, so... No, we only got... Well, no, we got all 3. So that's 15 gold for that, so that's 35 gold. And then, what about the ooze?
Are you gonna give him the vial?
Sure.
He goes, these are a new thing. Here in Drakenheim, they're starting to see a new occurrence of them. We don't know what to offer you for this yet. But
All right, we'll
what
hold
I
on to
can
it.
offer you is I can give you an invitation to join the Hood and Lanterns barracks. It seems like you've been doing great work in the city.
Sure, where's that at?
He points it out on the map, so you guys now know where the barracks is, outside that gate.
Shepherd's Gate?
Yes.
Okay. Sure, yeah, we'll stop by when we have time.
You guys are currently
Well, they
in
must
All right,
trust you
so
enough. They're going
35
to
gold. So 35 divided by 3. Calculate it.
Alright, I'm gonna ditch all those. Sorry, how much money are you giving to Arlen and I?
35 divided by 3 equals...
Just about 11 with 2 left over.
Okay, so I'll take 11, and then you guys take 12.
right?
And do we want to sell the... We have 200 delirium. Do we want to sell one of them?
We have 3
I know we're
left.
keeping one. Well, we have 3 left.
Yes, I kept one as backup just in case you lost that bet that you didn't run
Okay.
by me first.
Okay, so what do we have? 3 100 gold?
Correct.
Do we want to sell 2 of them, or?
I like to keep one as a backup, but if we want to sell one, if we're in need of funds, by all means we can.
Okay. Might as well sell it. Does the Hood Leonard buy it?
Yeah, they have enough resources to buy that today. And check something. Just checking their resources. Yeah, the Hood and Lantern does warn you after this. He says, we'll have to be rescinding our orders for monster parts coming soon. We're starting to run a little low on resources. But if you can make it to the barracks, we may be able to consider you allies.
What was that? Sorry.
They'll consider us allies if we go over there, and they're running out of gold to give you for slaying monsters.
Okay. But
Will
do
they
we
know
take the
us if
delirium
we
tile?
go to the barracks?
I said, yeah,
Yep.
we've been spreading word of you. I have you here in my ledger of adventuring parties that we've taken payment from. We do try to keep good books around here.
Did they buy the delirium from?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 33 to me and Bernard and 34 to Arlen.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, I'm glad to be allies with the Hooded Lanterns. You all seem like fine folk. Paying me for slaying monsters. My favorite mission.
They seem reasonable out of the we've met so far, being cultists and the Silver Order popping up out of nowhere. So sure, why not?
Yes, we hope to see you join our forces one day.
Maybe. A future king of Caspia can't be joining the common ranks of the Hooded Lanterns.
Well,
But
if
allies
you're not
indeed.
too good to kill monsters.
No, monster slaying is my favorite pastime. So, Hooded Lantern, sir, do you know of any way to preserve this troll head that I'm wanting to keep as a trophy?
Oh, we typically burn them. We're not much for trophy keeping here.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have better luck at the Flame Keepers. Do you know of any rumors of Amethyst Academy mages in Emberwood Village?
Oh, I think you've asked me that before. Yeah, there's one staying up at the Red Lion.
Okay.
My shoulders sag somewhat. Of like, here we go.
Okay. Good day, sir.
Good.
I guess we're off to the Flame Keepers to get my troll head preserved.
I don't know that they would be the ones to do so, sir. We might check and see if maybe a huntsman or a butcher here in town would happen to know.
Oh, whatever you think is best, Squire.
Yeah, Bernard, you think if he walked into the temple with a severed head, he would react very well.
Salutations! What is
It's
that?
starting to smell a little bit.
If you'd like, sir, I could head about town and see about getting this done, and I will bring it back to the residence whenever it is that I've figured that out.
Alright, so you'll be taking care of that. Where else are you going today? What is your plans?
Potentially. Oh, we have a little bit of money. I guess I'll try and find a place to get some healing potions from go out.
Yeah, you can visit Alder again. He's still offering those basic healing potions for 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, I will take one.
How much for a magic longsword? Maybe just boom to something common.
No, those nice little +1s.
Or no, Moon Touch is not even a +1. It's just like a torch, but it counts for magical weapon. That's one a magic weapon.
Let's see, I think the last time I said he had a Staff of Healing. So go ahead and roll me a d20, Vesper. On a crit, he'll have a weapon you want. Seems to be all out of magic swords.
Okay.
Supplies are low in town. Do you buying anything else? See, Arlen, did you buy one potion or two?
Just one. You can only afford one.
Okay.
How much money does it cost to get a troll head taxidermy?
More than you can afford.
I only had to
give
pledge
me
to sell my unborn child.
Give me a nature, survival, or arcana roll, Bernard.
9.
You're having a tough time remembering other ways of doing it, but you do think if you found a large enough jar and some vinegar that you could pickle this head.
Okay.
That is unacceptable. I will not have a pickled head. I want it displayed proudly on my belt.
On your belt.
That's awfully large for a belt.
Belt buckle, troll head.
Perhaps does
Yeehaw.
Vesper use a shield?
Yeah, I use a shield.
Perhaps if we got it plastered on your shield, you'd be able to wear it without it impeding your movements.
A shield on my shield. Sure. Maybe have like a chain dangling off, and it can dangle off my shield.
Game genius.
Well, I suppose in that case we would still need it taxidermy. So
Let's go to local butcher. See what he has to say.
I can almost hear you rethinking all of your life choices.
Part of the challenge of service is knowing how best to serve.
Going to the butcher, he seems a little curious about why you're doing this, but recommends that he can sell you a big enough bag of salt for 10 gold pieces that you could stick the head in and dry it out.
No, I want it preserved to where I can wear it.
Where?
That's the way to do it, is how the butcher says. Unless you want to smoke it and eat it, have it be a crisp. You got to dry
No,
it
I
out
don't
so
wanna
it doesn't
eat it.
rot.
It wouldn't be the
So
first time.
you have to dry it out first. Okay, I'll buy your bag of salt for how much?
10 gold.
10 gold for a bag of salt?
That's a lot of salt, sir.
It's a big troll head.
I'll pay it.
Alright.
Yeah, buy a bag of salt, stick the head in there. Salt is now ruined.
Yep.
Pretty salty about it.
Yeah, the butcher's kind of like, man, I could have made a lot more, but oh well. Should have charged more for the big bag of salt. And he kind of grumbles. Like,
You charged enough, sir. You charged enough.
Alright, that amount of salt there could feed a lord for a year.
Yeah, I can preserve a whole troll head for a week.
Well, forever if you leave it in there long enough.
We will ensure that it is properly desiccated, and then you will be able to do with it whatever it is you want to do, sir.
I can sell you the salt
Properly
back after a week if
desiccated.
you want.
No, I prefer you keeping that salt away from my place of business. Good lord.
Okay.
Alright. You guys gonna continue exploring Elderwood Village? Emberwood?
Gonna go to the fancy tavern and look for the Amazon image. The
You're going to a
hotel.
fancy cavern to do what?
Look for the Emmett Academy image.
Oh, so you are headed to the Gilded Lily.
Somewhat hoping you forgot.
Gilded Lily is here. And let's see, it's a lavish 2-story building surrounded with a veranda of decorated and swirling lily motif and is painted with purple lilies. It's got ornate golden glowing lanterns hanging outside. It's curtained windows. Seems pretty quiet at the moment. As you go inside, you see 4 large golden lamps and a small stage set before rows of candlelit tables.
This is much more my style.
Yeah, it's behind you see a well-stocked bar displaying different wines and spirits from across the world. Inside you see the barkeep. He announces, "Hello, I am Mr. Killian Vandery." He's dressed in exquisite robes, bright in color with a frill on the neck. And he waves his hand to the host, kind of preparing the stage. You see in dark red leathers is one Madame Roquette. What can I do for you?
We're looking for Amethyst Academy member.
He says, "Oh, well, let me get a roll. See if you find them here." See, in a slightly darker corner, or in a booth, along the outskirts, he waves his hands. "Oh, you came right in time." And there you see a tiefling with blue wavy hair and large horns that looked like ships across waves, accompanied with a large sort of squatting down suit of armor, making itself small to fit in this space.
Say, hello, ma'am. What's your name? My name is Vesper Fritz, future king of Caspia.
As you approach, you see she's kind of writing things down, looking between different books and whatnot. She looks up at you and says, "Well, hello there. I am River. I'm with the Amethyst Academy. A Caspian here in Drakenheim. What can I do for you?"
Oh, yes. Hello. First of all, do you know Arlen over here? I pointed at Arlen. He's an Amethyst Academy member, too.
And I lock eyes with her and just say, "Hello, you watery bitch."
Oh, shit.
All the people, you ended up here. Typical.
"Oh, this prince, you seem to have brought along one dusty fuck."
You guys know each other.
You should be thankful, Vesper. This is the one who ratted me out to my teachers and got me sent back to Caspia. Of course, you
Why
wouldn't
would
have.
you do something like that? What's
Yes,
your
why
name?
would you do something like that, River?
River?
Well, seems you've found your way to researching delirium once again. They tried to
Nonsense.
take you away from
I'm
it,
just
and you
here.
just can't get out of your grasp. You're like a junkie.
Nonsense. I'm strictly here for Vesper, just making sure to do my majorly duties to the court.
What about that new
As
song you made with the delirium?
I will jab him in the fucking ribs with my elbow.
Okay, so first, give me a deception roll for your answer there.
Okay. Oh, that's him. Oh, wait, no, that's me. Let's see here. 16.
Going good with that, and give me an intimidation roll if you're nudging Vesper.
Son of a bitch. Fuck. No one can stop him. He's a loose cannon.
Stop.
Can't
well,
keep his
you
mouth
just-
shut.
You said one thing that sounded so nice, but here is your comrade ratting you out.
Wait,
He's
wait,
an
is he
idiot
not-
and doesn't
what? What's going on?
understand what normal magic is compared to delirium.
Hmm.
Oh,
You're all
Vesper starts to get it. Like, oh no, he's not studying delirium.
Excellent
right.
save, sir.
All right, Vesper, give me a deception roll.
9.
You're not a very good liar.
Sometimes I am, but anyways,
And why are you here, River? It seems kind of, well, hilarious that you get me kicked out for looking at delirium, yet here you are.
Well, as you well know, researching delirium isn't exactly against Academy policy. There are some of us who are allowed to do it under the right supervision.
You mean with not doing anything with creativity or studying of anything of balance?
Oh, well, there's plenty of balance. I'm sure Elric would love to tell you all about it as he makes his way here. We'll be here within a week.
Elric's coming.
Yes, he's been put in charge of Drakenheim. At least as the Academy representative.
Arlen kind of goes kind of silent at that, but still very pissed.
well, anyways, I have a proposition for you. As you know, I'm going to be the future king of Caspia, and I would like to buy some magic items and gear on Caspian credit to be paid when I inherit my lordship title.
Trust me, she doesn't have anything worthwhile. All her stuff is shit.
Well, if we were going to do a loan, I think we'd have to work directly through your father and the one that speaks for the major finances, but...
I'm the heir to the house, and I'm going to be the next Kingsmoot candidate coming up the next Kingsmoot election in a couple of years. And I will win the King of Caspia. It's a solid investment.
Well, that is to be seen, but I will offer you this since the supplies are quite low here in Drakenheim. Maybe you could do a job for me, and I could see what I could scrounge up for you.
I give him a look like you can't be serious.
What kind of job?
Well, since you're here adventuring in Drakenheim, perhaps you could collect some delirium for me. Oh, how I'd love to see you hand some over to me and not to your friend there.
Well,
And I could offer you
honestly,
some
it
good
would
magic
be up to
items in compensation.
it would be up to Arlen, and he probably is not going to want to do that. So you have to convince him.
As much as I would love to hand over priceless delirium for you to study it for months to realize it's fucking purple, I think I'd rather go with my own reasons and give it to someone much more endeavored.
Well, if you'd like to continue to cut yourself off from the resources of the Academy, be my guest.
Now, Arlen,
Considering you already cut me off, that doesn't seem like much of a threat.
Arlen, we can use their resources. Can't we part with some delirium?
We have plenty, and trust me, they have no use for it.
Oh, well, we have plenty use. Quite a few mages have started to make great strides in delirium resource. So much so that we're starting to offer double price of the current running rate.
You hear that? Double price.
Let's go, Vesper. We have other things to do. You wanted to talk to someone, there you go.
Well, I didn't want to talk to your old rival.
Well, that's the only one in town, and it's only going to get more annoying the more of them show up.
Okay. Well, I think this is a valuable opportunity. If you could get over your grudge you have, we don't have to part ways with all delirium, just what we don't need.
I will give him like the most angered expression I have ever given him before in our friendship.
You'll close his mouth and look away. Fine.
I storm out of there at that.
She gives you a wave and a wicked smile and says, "See you later, Arlen."
Okay. Leave and feeling about to get the hear an earful.
Once we're outside, I'll just we are not working.
I mean, it's your call, but I think it's a good idea.
Trust me, you do not know her like I do. All right, she's worked her way, slithering through the ranks, getting her way to the top. And if her master is coming, it's not a good sign.
Yeah, but they have accounting resources. I want magic weapons.
There are plenty of people who have magical weapons. We just saw a man with a giant iron bowl with green smoke coming out of its nostrils. I think he has plenty of crazy magic things. Inside this town, there are plenty of people that can sell for him. All I'm requesting is that we do not work with.
All right. I guess having you in the party that's the cost. I'll accept it. I mean, our friendship goes deeper than that, right?
I would hope so. Thank you for this. And
You're welcome.
you can please keep, for the foreseeable future, any delirium spells to yourself.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Bernard,
What do you
any
think,
ties to
Bernard?
the Delirium Academy, or the Delirium Academy? The Amethyst Academy that we should know about?
Slip.
I'll start my own academy with hookers and blackjacks.
I imagine Bernard has probably avoided the Amethyst Academy in most regards. So unless he's been able to kind of make a living wage selling, things to them or whatever, because he probably scrounged for delirium since he was here in the city and, kind of survived early days. There was probably a lot more raw delirium to be just scooped up and sold at that time. So assuming the organization was purchasing it as far back as when he could pick it up off the street, he might know, but that probably would have been years ago. I don't know if such people or whether the prices or the locations would have changed.
So, what are your thoughts on the academy, Bernard? Are you with us that we shouldn't work with them?
To be honest, sir, I haven't had very many dealings with them.
Okay. It's a shame, but I'll respect Arlen's wishes. The Academy
Trust
has plenty of
You're
resources.
You're not missing much.
Okay.
They're short-sighted when it comes to delirium.
Okay. Well, I say let's ask around town and look for the falling fire. That's my next bet. See where they're at.
Sure.
And see, leaving the Gilded Lily, you do see that there is a group of pilgrims gathered up at the temple.
Go say hi. Hi, are you guys with the falling fire?
Oh gosh, I forget his name, but I mean, you recognize from the trips before. Turns around.
I have it in my notes.
Yeah, I could forget trying to write all my names.
What is it? Shasha Mellowbrook, falling fire pilgrim. There's the leader.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's actually the female pilgrim for that. She turns to you and goes,
Yeah,
"Oh,
for their leader.
one Lord Vesper's Fritz. How nice it is
Greetings,
to see you
Sasha.
again."
Yeah, how do you fare? What's been going on?
Oh, our last pilgrimage was a success, and we were about to start off and be making another one. What are you doing on this fine, blessed day?
Oh, we just got done with Caspian Duel. We slayed some monsters, and now we have really nothing going on. Nothing on the agenda. We have plenty of gold, but you know, looking for something to do. What are you guys up to? You said you're doing a pilgrimage. What does that entail?
Yes, we're about to make our way off to the in towards the crater. See, no, not that one.
The crater.
No, this the
Saint
a little
Selena.
slip. I think it was the Chapel of Saint Brenna, but I'm not sure if they occupy that yet.
Saint
double-check my
Selena's. I
notes.
thought it was Saint Selena's Abbey, but I don't think it's on this map. Saint Selena's Monastery, number 13.
That's right. Yeah, they are inside there.
Yeah, Saint Selena's
Dragon's
is.
Gate. Right, 'cause that's close. Yep. Yes, would you like to accompany us on our pilgrim to Saint Selena? I'm sure our
Can you offer any compensation?
some of our pilgrims may be able to spare a little bit, but I'm sure our gracious prophet will be able to have some gifts for you on your approach. No pilgrim goes for want in our flock.
Yeah, sure. I run a democracy here. My vote is yes. What say you, party? This might be a good chance to. We're slaying monsters, but we're doing something good while doing it. We're protecting a group of pilgrims that are venturing the city. We get to go inside the city, and we get to meet the leader of this cult that we're in good terms with. What do you guys say?
How far are we? Where exactly are we escorting you to? How deep into the city?
Just past the wall.
Past the. Well, we don't
And they
have to go
said they
too
made
far.
this journey before, so it can't be too dangerous.
Fine. It doesn't seem like too bad of a journey, at least. It's just past the wall. It's not that dangerous, or at least. Hopefully, I don't eat my own words saying that out loud.
That's two. And what say you, Bernard? You're part of this. You're part of the decision-making group too. You speak your mind. Don't feel burdened by being a squire. I want to hear your honest opinion.
I appreciate that, my lord. Passing so close to the crater, I will confess, does make me a bit uneasy. But in the company of such fine folk. He nods respectfully to the Mr. Mellowbrook. I'm sure that such a journey would not be too hazardous. I think the monastery is not too far from the southern wall. Wouldn't be too deep into the inner city. He nods, kind of like, yeah, I'm on board.
This decided then. We will escort you to this Lucretia Matthias.
I'm sorry, for the purpose of my notes, what's his name again?
Sasha, it's a female. Sasha
Bigfoot.
Sasha Mellowbrook.
Gotcha.
She's the leader of the, and she probably has golden eyes or something.
Yeah, and you can see the golden glow from underneath her tunic.
And I apologize while I've already interrupted. What was the name of the person that River said was coming to visit Draconon? It had been kind of
Eldritch
placed in-
Runeweaver.
Yes.
Could someone spell it in the chat?
I don't know how to spell it, but he's a canon character from the live play show.
I'll find it for you.
Appreciate it.
Boom. Eldrick Runeweaver.
In the show, he's a black man, but I don't know how you're gonna describe him as.
I mean, they got pretty nice tokens. I like his picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are a couple cathedrals in the city. It's not that one.
River's also a canon character. When you started describing the tiefling, blue tiefling with the bows in her hair, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
you knew.
hello, my name's Vesper. Your name doesn't happen to be River, does it? I don't know, but that would have been way too meta.
Her name is Bitch.
That was a delightful exchange.
That would've been way too
I was just
bad.
eating popcorn the whole time.
Her name is Bitch. So I guess we're not working with the Adventist Academy in this party.
Yeah, he's not opposed to it, but he doesn't want to work with River. As long as River
Yeah.
loses, he wins in his mind.
Well, River is the lieutenant, and Eldritch Runeweaver is the
Yes.
faction leader.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
we're
Arlen
not
is
working with
familiar with both of them.
Yeah. Oh, while we're in town, before we set off with the pilgrims, I do want to buy more javelins, and I think I lost the hand axe. I want to replace the hand axe. Now that I have more gold. Let's see. Hand axe. Yeah, one hand. I want to buy one hand axe and like 3 more javelins. How much would that cost?
I think it was 5 for javelins and 10 for the axe.
5 gold?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll
Drakenheim is
spend
fucking
15 gold on
expensive.
3 javelins, and I'll spend 10 gold for the axe. That's 25 gold. So I'm down to 98. Okay. Okay. And probably stock up on rations. Let me get like 5 days worth of rations.
All right.
How much does that cost?
Roll me a d6.
5.
It is 5 times more expensive than it normally is today.
Oh my god.
So 2.5 gold per.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2.5 times 5 is 12.5. 98 minus 12.5. 85 gold and 5 silver. 5 silver pieces, rations, bump that up to 10. Okay. How about torches? Let me get him a couple more torches. They're normally 1 copper piece.
Now they're 10 gold pieces.
I'm not spending that for torches.
Costs a lot to take a stick and put it on fire.
Yeah, roll me another d6.
Four.
Only 4 times more expensive than normal today.
Okay. I'll spend a silver and get 2 more torches. I have 2 copper left. Okay, that's all the shopping I wanted to do.
I think Bernard would like to spend some time, if he can get away from the party. He would kind of say, like, I would like to find out the logistics of the trip we're taking. So he would want to go and talk to the Pilgrims of the Falling Fire. But apart from just learning logistics of like how long they think that the journey might take and stuff like that, which I would be curious to know. He's also going to spend time like kind of trying to become familiar with them. Like, so tell me about your faith. You know, what's your shtick? What's your deal? Why are you going to the monastery? That kind of stuff.
One of the pilgrims speaks up, or I guess Sasha sees you kind of question them and comes up to you and answers for them, saying that our great prophet, Lucretia Matthias, has seen visions of a coming age of heroes, and that will be warding off the coming darkness. We want to ally ourselves on the side of light in this changing time, and we are doing everything we can to prepare for the coming apocalypse.
Does your prophet Matthias know the nature of this apocalypse?
We believe it to be something to do with the delirium and her ability to purify it.
Purify. Oh, wait, no, I'm not there. Sorry.
Fascinating.
Yes, the golden glow of the flame protects us.
He'll nod respectfully. What is it that is at the monastery?
That is our great camp, where our flocks began to gather. I'm not sure, without taking the sacrament of the falling fire, if you were able to go too deep past the walls, but our great leader does seem to anticipate things before they happen. I have a feeling she'll be there to meet us at the gates.
So this blessing protects you from the mists in the city, is that correct?
Indeed, like a candle protects you from the darkness.
And who is the woman who is shepherding at the monastery? The woman you mentioned?
Oh, our great prophet is Lucretia Matthias.
Oh, she is the prophet. Oh.
Yes.
She's here in the city.
Indeed. That is why the flock has came to make community with her. We have all come to gather around her and lend whatever we can in this coming darkness.
We appreciate you giving us the opportunity to learn about your faith, and I'm most grateful.
I appreciate your interest. The The faith accepts all kinds. She gives you a small nod.
He'll give her a grateful nod for being so polite about it.
Although if I were you, I'd be wary. It seems like the Silver Order is not always so tolerant.
How do your people get on with the Silver Order?
Well, seeing as many of us have left the same sect of faith that they follow, a lot of them bully us along our pilgrimages. They consider us heretics and fanatics, but they just do not see what we see. We see the glow and the warmth of the flame, and they only see its usage as a fire and a tool.
Was Miss Lucretia Matthias a member of the church prior to her visions?
Yes, she was. She was next in line to be the reigning monarch of the church back in Illyria before she was exiled for her so-be-called heretical beliefs. Seems as though the church in Illyria did not like her changing the faith.
She must be quite a woman to have come all this way to the site of where she has seen the apocalypse
Yes.
to guide others.
And I believe as though the flame flickers and moved, so should we, as people, be ready and embrace the change. Or if we fight against it, our lot in life will be kicking and screaming into the darkness. I would rather stand stalwart with the flame in my heart.
Bernard will give her a very sincere smile at that. Well said. He'll thank her for her time and return to Lord Fritz and Lord... Arlen, what is your last name? Dust? Dust?
Dust.
Like D-U-S-T?
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, do you guys share any of your findings? Do any more exploring? The pilgrims also let you know that they are, I guess it is they're making out on the next day. They're just here getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, just a casual day in town. I did a little bit of shopping and hanging out with the pilgrims, hanging out with my party, etc., preparing for the trip. I do think we could save the falling fire thing for next week because give you more time to prepare for it. But
Yeah, that's what I was about to
if
say.
you want,
Is
yeah.
the rest of today's session was just planning for the next and what you
Okay.
could do to prepare for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think escorting the falling fire. Olin just kind of wants to get out of town for a bit.
Yeah, great session, y'all.
I'm picturing Arlen with a golden delirium in his chest and as a malfeasant wizard.
I think I'd drink myself to death. No, Arlen wants delirium for himself. He doesn't see it as a religious thing at all.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Huh? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, faith in this world is entirely on belief. So you
I
have to
believe they're a bunch of hacks.
You have to believe in the power of and the faith of golden delirium to use it. If you got implanted with it and then stopped to believe, it would instantly become normal delirium and mess you up.
Well, Vesper's not really a believer himself right now either. He just sees them as valuable allies, and
Yeah.
this is a cool quest. But he might become a believer. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do some good prep for next time. And I guess you guys know with you can anticipate moving with this large of a group that you'll have to be moving at a slow speed.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's
we'll
fine.
pretty much take all day to go there and back, I would imagine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
VIP escort mission. Here we go.
Heck yeah. And I mean, because of these random rolls, I don't even know what you'll find on that journey. But I will continue prepping tokens.
Cool.
Well, thanks for running, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this was a good time.
See,
Yeah,
I will-
spicy river conflict. I didn't see that coming. Oh, it's
Double-
river. Fucker.
Ah, it's
double
the
on the
bitch.
trolls, too. Getting
I'm
called
surprised by
aggressive.
how well we did against those trolls. That was
Yeah, again,
a solid fight.
the combat calculations aren't really written in stone. 3 level 3s can take on 2 CR5s in a day.
Oh yeah. Action economy is a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, we kind of jacked up because we have that fucking contaminated spell in our pack pocket
Yeah,
that
for the-
doesn't use material components. And
only 2 casts per day right now.
yeah, but still, it's a powerful
It's
spell. And you don't
it's
get
very
contaminated.
Delirium spells, man. They're fucking
66
nuts.
repeatable, and if you hit once, it's auto hit.
Yep. It's a beautiful,
It's
beautiful
insane.
spell.
It's all based on how you use it and how many encounters you get in a
Yeah,
day.
it was
Yeah.
kind of
So
it was
far, hasn't
yeah,
survived
yeah,
it.
that malfeasance was very powerful. Dude.
Yeah. If we ran into anything
Contaminated
else
spells
after
are
the troll, I
balanced
wouldn't have
again.
had that for anything. So
Hey, you're using these big resources and you become contaminated. Yeah, it's going to be the super powerful effect. And the malfeasance was just like, I get a free cast, bitch.
It's great. Yeah, again, you guys
I'm-
are people capable of greatness.
yeah.
I'm on your side, but Drakenheim is trying to kill you and sway you in either which way. I'm hoping I'm doing a good enough job displaying the factions and which direction you guys want to go in, as well as your own
Yeah.
little twists we have.
I liked
on
it so
it.
far.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, no, contaminated spells are powerful, and then it's cool subclass.
Yeah, we'll say from here. Do you guys want me to continue to roll openly? Are you enjoying that?
Yeah,
Playing on
I like
hard mode?
Yeah.
Whichever I trust that, whatever you're doing is for the good of the story. So I'm down for whatever works best for you.
yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I consider the dice an additional player at the table. And they've been doing good work for us so far.
Hmm. So that's pretty cool how you roll the random troll encounter after we just fought a troll.
Yeah.
Ironic.
I mean, I've been wanting to make my own D100 table and work through. And I'll be honest, I don't have all the tokens for all 100 encounters. I don't know if they'd even fit with the amount of memory I have, but I feel like I'm quick enough stamping tokens, finding stuff on Pinterest. I do have
I found some stuff. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So I do have the slight problem of like kind of wanting some consistency between them. I found a couple different artists that do make multiple tokens in the style that I'd like. But yeah, if you guys have any tokens you want to send me, as well as finding like a symbol for representing the party, a flag, a shield, a compass, any of those sorts of things, I think it'd be cool. You guys can all submit one.
I think Vesper Fritz is a good party symbol because he's the party leader, right, guys?
Honestly, I kind of like one of my long-standing campaigns that I've had with my friends. I'm usually the one being like, "Come on, gang, let's go do stuff," and it's kind of refreshing to be able to like take a back seat, take
Nice.
notes, and not have to be like, "All right, let's pull the party to the next destination." So
Yeah.
I appreciate that aspect of this campaign that you
Yeah.
guys are, not just in it for the scene by scene fun, but also for the story.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think we had some great role play this session, along with the
I think,
exploration.
you know,
Good little bit
I
of
think
combat,
Vesper
but-
is kind of the party leader, but I'm trying to make it a democracy, not just like, oh, my way, we're doing this, we're doing, you know.
No, yeah, you're definitely the one in charge. But
Yeah.
I've got no problem with it.
Yeah, I've been making it a democracy.
Arlen kind of sees it as I here to make sure you're alive, and you're also my fake reason for being in Dragonheim. So
Yeah, and
even
my
though you're gonna squeal
corporation.
immediately to him, damn it!
Yeah. Well, Vesper was oblivious to that.
True, yeah.
Yeah, you're my court wizard, and then I have a squire. So yeah.
It's all coming together. Well, yeah, next week, getting to get familiar with some more pilgrims. I'm excited for it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Kind of have the agenda right now is Falling Fire, and then see what comes of that. And then we also have on the agenda go to the Hooded Lanterns barracks. And other than that, we don't really have any outstanding quests or anything.
They want us to potentially become allies, and they want us to like stay at their place, which is interesting. Might be worth at least hearing them out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't talked to them enough to really all right, I'll work with you guys.
Yeah, it's all
Right. The Hooded Lanterns or the Falling Fire?
Well, both, but
Yeah.
for most are referring to the Hooded Lanterns right now.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they seem. I don't know about joining up. Like, how can a future King of Caspia just be a rank and file Hooded Lanterns member that takes orders, you know? But.
And how can a future ruler of Drakenheim have them? We'll see.
You're made for it. You're allowed to be a ruler.
I'm
Mhm.
altering the deal,
With the
Fred.
rules as they exist
Yeah.
now. No.
Only if you follow the etiquettes of Lumen, I will break the fucking wheel.
That'll start a war with 3 nations.
Mhm.
Spicy.
Well, 2, if I become the King of Caspia and you become the King of Drakenheim, we can ally together
Mm,
against
Maybe.
Valeria.
maybe this is something Arlen has thought about in the deepest crevices of his mind.
Yeah, and then we can get the some of the Illyrians on our side with the Falling Fire.
But we'll see. Right now, he's got smaller goals. We'll see if he makes it. I've been lucky that you guys have been tanking all of the shit so far.
Yeah.
I've been lucky that everything we fought has been melee range only.
Yeah, you guys have been very tactical, and yeah, I look at the troll sheet and I'm like, oh, he can't throw anything. Well, he's got to jump. But yeah, as DM, am trying my best to get you guys to side with one faction or another. Like so far, I'm just kind of counting who you're giving resources to, what you're doing slight jobs for, but yeah, so far you're not really for or against much other than your own personal backstories and reasons to do that. But once we get more sided with one factions or another,
Yeah. Arlen would have to hear what their end goals are and what they want to do. The Falling Fire kind of gave us a little bit of what they want.
We're about to talk to their leader. I'm sure all
That's
the
true.
questions will be answered.
Very true.
And I don't know. I have to decide: is Besser going to be a believer, or is he just going to be like, "Oh, that's you guys can do that, and I'll just, be your ally or something like that." I mean, he already encountered the delirium in the chest thing, and wasn't too fazed by it. So.
Well, I'm gonna go make something to eat. It's getting late for me, but that was real fun, and I'll look forward to next week.
Same.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks for playing, y'all.
Take
See
it
you guys.
easy.
See y'all next
See ya.
week.
Bye-bye.
Take care.